Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Snowbound Blood. Snowbound Blood. Snowbound Blood. Snowbound Blood.
Snowbound Blood. Blah.
Now you're just a vampire. I can't believe that I can't believe you're a Jade Blood. I can't believe this. Congrats. I'm really proud of you.
Actually, I think Jade Bloods on Repeton don't turn into rainbow drinkers, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, rainbow drinkers are not a thing on Repeton.
Okay, fair. You know what? Fair enough, actually. Okay. I hope you all are having a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for joining both Donnovan and I for this spectacular occasion.
Hello, everyone. My name is Markiplier.
No way! We have a Markiplier on the stream right now! Welcome, Markiplier! How'd you get into Vast Error?
This is so dumb. I can't even fuck.
Fun of facts, actually, I think Markiplier has read Problem Sleuth.
He probably has.
I think
I've heard something about that.
I think he's read Problem Sleuth, so I can't wait for a massive YouTuber to just suddenly read Snowbound Blood. I think that would be the funniest thing.
Austin, you say that, but like, literally I brought up the idea of like, oh, what if Game Grumps decide to do Snowbound Blood? And honestly, that is like, in my nightmares. I don't want that to happen.
That's so funny,
I don't want that to happen ever.
I can understand. I get you. It is just very funny though, actually. Oh my god. Before we get into this though, very, very big shouts out to Decon Reconstruction. Who on the team runs the Twitter?
I think it's, I mean, no, both Kohi and Ostinato both,
okay,
handle it. So probably one of them, but either way.
Okay. Well, big shouts out to either and both of them for retweeting about this stream happening and doing so for the past few streams. I really genuinely appreciate it, and you know, they're cool people. I know them.
Mm-hmm. You know them. You're friends with them.
I am friends with them. All right. All right. Dracoff, Juice, Iron, and River. How are you all doing tonight? I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for joining us. I thought Austin was on a mental health break from Twitter. I don't think he is. I don't know.
He's definitely stepped back.
Yeah.
But
Yes. That's.
Post things on there sometimes. Just not on the level of like it was before.
Like the fucking Seinfeld edit that just happened a few days ago.
Yeah.
God, the Seinfeld meme's very good. Anyways, it's night for you, so you're painting? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Wait, hang on. I'm sorry. Juice, you're kidding me, right? Did Jacksepticeye actually do Hype Swap? He did?
He did do Hype Swap.
Hello?
That's around the time that it came out.
That's so funny! Yeah. That is actually really funny!
It was a big deal. Yeah.
Whole Act 1, oh my god. That's very funny. He hasn't
done Act 2 yet, so...
Okay, not yet! Not yet. Merkin, how's it going tonight? I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
Welcome.
Welcome. Okay, alright, let's just hop in. Let's just fucking go. Let's just go. Volume 8 of Marble and Speakers Shattered. We didn't talk about this before we started, but do you have a preference who you read?
That depends on what you prefer to read, because without getting into spoilers and specifics, Valtel's route is more he doesn't arrive until around the end of the route.
Oh!
Because a lot of it is very... Let's just say that he's the climax of the route.
Fascinating. Okay.
Yeah. While Sabine is, like... Sabine's fun. He talks a lot, but he's very fun.
I was... Going into this, I thought I should probably be Sabine just because I think if you've been here before, you know that I just do chaotic fucking voices very
Yeah,
well.
that's
And
what I was thinking.
and giving how Sabine appears and I think acts, this seems about right.
Mm-hmm. Uh,
The part monstrosity. No, actually, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to witness him.
yes, witness him.
Witness him.
But there's but unlike Sabine, so in Valtel's route, Necron is a very primary presence in the
Pog.
route. So
Pog. Let's
that
fucking
depends.
go. I'm very excited. Okay. No, I'll go Sabine. And then, like, we can see what happens. Oh, shit!
Oh fuck.
Thank you, River, so much for the gift sub. I appreciate
Hell
that.
yeah.
Congrats to Nitro for the fucking sub.
Yo, alien!
Yo, Alien. Hey, Alien here. I'm
Alien!
sorry I can't stay for
Sabine,
Sabine goodness, but I'm wishing you all the best.
thank you.
Thank you. I
You
hope
did you did a very good job on writing his route. I love him.
I'm very excited to read it. Thank you for joining us for as long as you can, and I hope that you're having a wonderful evening.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. Oh, shit. I didn't actually think about that. You got me, River. Okay,
You are for sure slurping his VOD up as soon as work's over. Hell yes, brother.
that's fair.
Oh
That was
god.
that was
Work.
that was the glitchiest goat in I've ever heard from this redemption. That's whack. Anyways, yeah, give me 1 second here because I have to disable the I have to disable these.
Commands.
Yes.
Like chat commands, not that.
No more commands. No more. I'm
You
sorry.
cannot do anything.
I fuck it. Emote chat only. It's 1:53 p.m. where I am. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I didn't know. I really shouldn't just assume that everyone's an American. I really
Yeah, he's
shouldn't.
from New Zealand.
Okay.
New
Okay.
Zealander.
New Zealander. I I I say with the pointing emote of Lord
Mm-hmm.
Farquaad. Okay. Uh. Okay. No more goats in. No more morsure wraps. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 6:54. Okay, it's like 9 p.m. for me, almost 10. Got
Hello,
it.
Tyson.
Yo, Tyson, how's it going tonight? I hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for joining us. And we're gonna pull a be rare and get back to that Sigma Mail grind to catch y'all later.
See ya.
Good luck with the Sigma grind mail.
Sigma grind mail.
Sigma grind mail. That's just Jet Set Radio, baby. Anyways, all right, let's get right into it. Okay. Well, on the good news end of the spectrum, you've recently gained an ally in one Necron Exmort. On the bad news end, you squandered any hope of goodwill with someone else. More importantly, though, you subjected yourself to a very personal conversation with Mr. E. You've talked things out with Sestro. And you may have navigated the emotional subject matter like a blind swamp beast, but you did it all the same. It'd be a stretch to say that things are perfect, but progress is progress. For the first time in a long time, you've let yourself feel hurt rather than angry. That's all you need to recall right now. You know it's irrational, but part of you still needs a little distance from him. You've never been one who deals easily with the disappointment or heartbreak, and this matter is no exception. You still care for him, though. And you don't feel as strongly opposed to working with him again, not like you did a few days ago. In fact, you'd say that making up with him is critical, especially in a case like this. Cicero is not corporate. You'll listen to him, even as you feel an irreparable rift forming between yourself and your employer company. Hamifi had just as much to say in the matter as he did too. She gives you all sorts of hell, but against your better judgment, it's a very real level of trust you have in her. Things are still hard, but they're getting better. slowly. In the meantime, you'll cope the only way you know how, by fixating on this case in front of you. Gotta love a girl boss and her bad coping habits.
Yeah.
It's time to get to work.
All right.
Okay. Oh god, the dichotomy of their
Yeah.
expressions is very good.
Yeah, this volume is really good and just like the freaking juxtaposition between both of them.
Yes, it's very fun. It's very fun. So I haven't seen all of the dialogue from Vital due to a certain section of a story. Okay. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. Damn,
That's
Cecily,
like
get good at
coping.
coping.
Honestly, that's kind of what we need at this point, and I don't think as far as I'm aware, she's not reaching that point anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
God. Hello there, Adolesters. How's it going tonight? I hope you have a wonderful evening.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome. Welcome indeed. Sabine, my
Alright.
beloved. I've heard nothing but good things about Sabine.
He's very fun, and I like him.
I'm sure he is.
Alright, so I'm guessing you're gonna read the prose of Valtel's route?
Yes.
Alrighty.
Okay.
If you want me to read for Necron or whatever, you can let me know.
Oh. Ooh.
I mean, I don't want to, like, I don't want to steal your man.
Damn. Yeah, I think that's probably for the best.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Vetel Gertie. Oh! Hello, Swamp.
My
The mist.
partner drew that.
Oh, this is a Heather. This is a Heather background. Fucking
Yeah.
sweet.
I love it so much.
It's
It
very.
was my desktop background for a long time.
That's fair. It's very good. The mist swirls around you. It's thick, sticky, and it coils between the trees like the tendrils of something that slithered right out of the black depths. A film of moisture clings to your face, slick and heavy with the smell of mildew. Regardless of how you have tried to wipe it off with your sleeve, it coated your skin again. So eventually, you gave up. Your hands are occupied either way. In one, you hold a heavy duty torch, whose otherwise blinding light does little to fend off the mist or the heavy darkness permeating the grove of essence. Mostly, you keep it pointed to the ground in front of you, all too wary of the twisted roots that protrude out in uneven intervals. Whenever you cast the light around you, it illuminates rows upon rows of trees, bent and gangly. At first, your gaze would linger, and you try to make sense of shapes. But then, the light would catch on reflective patches of the stems, and you would not be able to shake the feeling that the trees were staring back. You decide to keep looking ahead. Your free hand comes to Prospina's handle. Neither you or Necron have uttered a word since. Thank God, I honestly thought that Necron had just shown up and she was about to fight him. I was like, no, fucked up. Also, please explain how having a torch makes Cecily British. I don't understand.
No, she just has a flashlight.
If anything, that makes her a security guard, and that's just why. And that's why, as my game theory, Five Nights at Freddy's is actually canon to the universe of Vast Error. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, they say torches instead of flashlights. I mean,
I think it's mostly just because Leon, aka Decadence Teeth, the one who wrote this route, they're in Europe. So...
Ah, okay. I also just kind of, legitimately, I thought she was just actually holding a torch. first of all.
Yeah.
But second of all, considering how just there are words in troll language that are just other words, you know, like how they talk about their anatomy. I was just thinking that like it worked. It's I think it's still it works.
Yeah.
Cecily and security breach cannon. Oh, you fucking know it. You fucking know it.
Odd.
You've been picking your way through the grove for a bit over an hour now. You in front and him in the rear, sweeping his flashlight across the ground. His steps are quiet, the occasional muffled groan whenever he puts too much strain on the still recovering injuries notwithstanding. Yeah, this is actually a few days after Volume 7, so goddamn, brave fucking man after taking almost a death beating.
Yeah, for real.
God. Your own muscles still throb with a dull pain, reminding you that it's only been a handful of days since your little run-in with the cultists. You made it out largely unharmed. However, you elect not to dwell on your injuries over much. Your focus is needed elsewhere. You are, and by all accounts, pressed for time, and you'd rather not waste any by getting tangled up in trees. A thin claw of a branch juts out from one of them at your ankle level. You've walked into it before, and you have walked into it before. You could see it, and it snaps with a loud pop, as loud as a gunshot. The troll behind the slaughter. Christ.
Crying at Ostinato saying Italian droll jump scare.
Oh my Christ. Your ankle smarts?
Yeah. Like, smarts like be in pain,
I've never heard that.
It's something that I've heard like a few times. Like when something smarts, that means like you're like in pain.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, yeah.
Got it. Also, yes, Cecily has committed a number of murders. This
Yes.
is known information.
Yes.
You can't shake the feeling that it was reaching for your leg. It's absurd, obviously. All the stories about this place are just that. Stories. Though weaving your way through the warped trees, it's easy to start seeing grimaces of pain and stifled screams etched into the bark. As the tales go, all these trees used to be trolls once. Alchemists of a bygone era who wandered all the way out here to tap into the essence of life. It went wrong. Horribly so. Each alchemist who attempted the process underwent an entirely different transformation. Flesh hardened into wood, skin gave way to bark, limbs contorted and elongated into sharp, reaching branches. The stories never mentioned if they remained conscious. Not that you were overly concerned with the fate of fictitious trolls, you tell yourself. Yet you can't help but imagine them coming here one by one, hoping that they will be the one to succeed. All of them failing as the forest slowly expands. You catch movement out the corner of your eye. I mean, we gotta turn to look. Your head snaps in the direction of the movement, and you shine your light between the branches. For a moment, the torch flickers. The light comes back on, and you're staring at a flat, pale white face, gaping, glaring at you, mouth twisted in a hungry snarl. Your gaze focuses. The uneven bark becomes something decidedly tree-like again. You keep moving as fast as you can without risking your neck breaking. Or perhaps a little faster. You cannot afford the luxury of staying perfectly safe. Now even less than usual. You're in a bit of a hurry.
Oh, how you got here.
Yeah, you recall how you got here. You were contacted by one in Dari Veneer, and as soon as you picked up, you knew it wasn't You knew it wasn't simply a courtesy call.
You want me to read him, or...
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening, Cecily. I trust that now is an appropriate time to talk.
Hello, Andari. Yes, it is. What's going on?
There's a situation that I'd like your assistance with. One that might be of interest to you as well.
Based on your limited acquaintance with Andari, there was only one thing he knew would be of interest to you. You stood up straighter, zeroing in on the sound of your earpiece. Go on.
It concerns a longtime associate of mine, Valtel Garcia, the sculptor.
Make a non-committal noise. You've heard of him before.
I know him from before.
Okay, we got a cultist.
Mm-hmm.
His voice takes on a hesitant tone. It's not hard to realize what he's talking about. His time is part of the Mora. Right.
He hasn't been involved with them either. It's simply where I met him in Gingu, his mate sprint.
I understand. So, what has been up with this Valtel?
Well, what has been up with him is that, simply put, he's gone missing. Gingu is in quite the tizzy over it, as I'm sure you can imagine. We've been trying to get in touch for a while now, completely in vain. So, we figured the expertise of a regulator might be what it takes to shed some light on this matter.
By the way, really quickly, Merkin, thank you so much for the follow. I really, really appreciate it. Welcome.
Welcome.
You want me to look for him?
I would be very grateful if you would visit his estate. Perhaps there are clues to be found there.
And do you have reason to believe that that's related to my current case?
Well, you seem to show great interest in my background, so I hazarded a guess you might want to check this out for yourself.
I see. You only considered for a few seconds, then nodded. As if Andari would be able to see my fucking life as a streamer, actually!
So true!
Very well. Forward me the address. I'll look into it.
Thank you so much, Cecily. That means a lot to me and Gengu. I trust that you'll update us on what you find.
I will. I'll be in touch, Andari.
Take care.
You hung up. With this call, your next course of action was laid out for you. Keep walking forward. The timing of Andari's request would be far too convenient if you weren't convinced this was all in line with Noxus's schemes. You've not forgotten his threat from your last conversation, and it seems you know who it applies to now. Valtel Gertier. You do know the name. The paths are all too different to have crossed before. Art has never been something you have had a particular interest in, and Valtel's clearly withdrawn lifestyle means you've hardly had any other point of connection. Not until Noxus singled you both out anyways. You only hope you're not too late.
Cecily.
Necron snaps you out of your thoughts, and you look at him over your shoulder. He's pointing at something to your left.
We're almost there.
He's right. The light from your torches bounce off a wrought iron fence. Not a moment too soon. Necron scoffed under his breath. He has seemed on the edge ever since you first heard Valtel's name, but you haven't inquired as to why just yet. There didn't seem to be enough time during your frantic scramble to reach Valtel before Noxus does. There doesn't ever seem to be enough time recently. You resume walking towards the fence, and now that you're almost there, you notice that the forest is thinning out a little bit, making walking easier.
None of these really matter, but they do lead to different prose and narration.
Sure. Yeah, that's sure. God, it's a weird thing in this game to be like, what would my Cecily choose?
Hmm.
Um, I think given Cecily, I think she would stay alert. You keep yourself from rushing ahead. The terrain is still treacherous, even if there are fewer trees, and you maintain your focus as you weave towards the fence. At some point, you notice a steep decline concealed beneath the roots and foliage. Only your meticulous scanning prevents you from tumbling into a nasty fall. I'm cautiously scared instead. So I'm guessing that she would have fucking tripped and did a huge face plant, huh?
Yeah, although Necron would have saved her.
Oh, okay. Okay. Not gonna lie, though, kind of funny to imagine Cecily just eat shit.
I mean, she kind of did in Gerbat's route when she went to the swamp.
That is true, yes. You got me there.
And also, she just kind of ate shit in general in that route.
Yeah, no, to be fair, on her own fault.
Yes, exactly.
She deserves it sometimes. I think Cecily deserves to eat shit as a treat sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, River.
Look back on
Yeah,
the freaking VOD.
the VOD just came out on the YouTube today. I highly recommend you go watch Gerbert's Rat.
Gerbat's route.
Can I? Yes, thank you. Jesus, cop stuff. A little bit more than cop stuff. Gerbat's route. Okay, all right. Look, I think we need a rat.
Can have a pet rat.
I think you have a pet rat as a treat. A therapy rat. You cautiously skirt it instead. At length, you make it to the fence. The iron bars stretch up for a good 20 feet and end with twisted, sharp spikes. Necron reaches over to touch one of the bars. His fingers come off with covered in fine red dust. He makes a face and wipes his hands on his pants. All you can see beyond the fence is a thick hedge. There is no building you can make out, and as far as you can hear, the silence is complete. Let's look for the gate. You start walking along the fence, though you somehow doubt you're going to find the gate open. You wonder what's going to greet you beyond it. You decide to probe your companion's thoughts. Necron.
What's up, Cecily?
You seem a little at ease about... You seem ill at ease about visiting Valtal. Why? He takes a couple of quicker strides to catch up with you, and you give him a sidelong look. His expression is pensive.
Full disclosure, I ain't ever met the dude. Heard of him, though. He's, well, nothing wrong with valuing your privacy and all that, but Valtel's something of a recluse. There's a lot of rumors about the goings-on in this mansion of his. You seen his work before?
Can't say that I have.
Reckon you call it an acquired taste. But I'm gonna level with you. Shit's fucking weird is what it is. It's the sort of thing you don't want to turn your back to.
That's so mean to his art. I'm sure it's fine. They're just sculptures, Necron.
I know they are, but they're like uncomfortably realistic. There was that one troll that disappeared too.
Hello? What troll?
They had an appointment to model for Valtel for one of his works. Never came back.
That's a little concerning, to be sure. Perhaps they got lost in the forest. Necron hums in his breath, but he seems skeptical.
It's possible. Can't hurt to stay alert is all.
You nod. We're going to. You made your way around the fence by now, and you've come to the gates. They're made of the same black iron as the rest of the fence, and the horizontal bars at the top of the curve in elaborate, vicious shapes. 2 stone columns flank them. Atop each of them are pursed identical stone figures. You cannot make out their heads, but but their tense poses give off the impression they're ready to lunge down at you. Predictably, the gates are closed. A thick iron chain is wrapped around them where they meet in the middle, secured by a sturdy padlock you can see hanging on the inside. Well,
Rolling out regulator. I got just the thing.
he raises his prosthetic hand. With a series of clicks, the appendage reconfigures into a circular saw. You have got to... The rest of the words are drowned out by the whir of the saw. You sigh, pointing the light at the chain to assist. Vine boom jump scare moments. Hello there, hibiscus buds. How are you doing tonight? I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for joining us. Look, in my defense, someone in chat did specifically talk about the Vine boom, and I just have that on access at any time, so I had it.
God.
So I did it.
I didn't know about this, so I was like,
No,
I'm freaking out.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. You can't hear the sound effects, but if I had a way to let you hear them, I would let you hear them. I don't, unfortunately.
It's okay.
It's okay. I will personally DM you a Vine boom so you may enjoy later.
Alright, thank you.
Oh my god. You sigh, pointing the light at the chain to assist. Thankfully, the saw cuts through before the screech of the metal against metal gives you a headache. Once he's done, Necron gives the chain a sharp tug and he frees it, then discards it to the side. Together, you begin to push the gate open. A second stretches in which nothing happens. You dig your feet in the dirt for support, pressing forward with your entire weight. A grunt escapes your lips, as the gate still refuses to budge. Then, it gives way. The hinges scream, a piercing sound just at the edge of your perception that bores straight into your cerebral matter and makes your teeth hurt. You resist the urge to clamp your hands over your ears and keep pushing instead. Between your efforts and Necron's, there's soon an opening you can enter through. You let go of the gate and walk in. You step onto the grounds as Vatel's mansion, and for a moment, the complete quiet of the night is the most pleasant thing you've ever heard.
Anger alert.
Okay. Hang on here.
Mm-hmm.
No way. Okay. Then you realize you're standing at the entrance of a giant hedge maze. The walls loom above you, thick and all but solid. Once, each branch would have been trimmed to be perfectly even. Every angle would have been measured to ensure symmetry. Not anymore, however. The leaves stick out every which way, like the bushes are trying to claim back what had been taken. Tiny hooks, all too eager to embed themselves in your clothing or skin. Square tiles line the path into the maze, but they're cracked and uneven. Weeds push out through the holes between them. And of course, the statues. When your eyes land on the one closest to you, your breath catches somewhere inside your respiratory tube. The marble body is contorted in an unnatural way, as if squeezed by a giant hand, and its expression is one of anguish or fury. Is this some sort of dream? I think this is very real. Although, let me tell you, the color palette is fucking beautiful, but is dreamlike. I will give you that. But like, hot damn, Hot damn, chef's kiss to the artist for this background.
Yeah, Zam killed it on the hedge maze backgrounds.
Zam, God bless Zam art. Actually, by the description, he can still sculpt life-size statues. I guess.
Not.
No, there is no such thing as troll anime. That's a lie. I know that's actually real.
Yes, it is real, but no, Valtel's more Silent Hill inspired.
Yeah, that seems about right. Yeah, that actually seems about right. Oh god. I wasn't even thinking of Murat, I was thinking of Krytum, who we have yet to meet, but I know quite a bit about because Bestie here made Krytum. There are no anime women in Silent Hill.
There's none of them.
There's none of them.
Killed them.
Oh, you killed them? Holy shit! Damn, Donnovan, the man behind the slaughter.
I think anime should die.
That understandable. My favorite anime girl,
Sunderland.
Oh my god. Hi, Austin. How you doing tonight?
Hello.
I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for joining us. What a good fucking first message. Holy shit.
Actually, he said Italian troll jump scare.
Oh,
earlier.
I did. Oh, I thought that was just something they said like previously. Like
no,
I did.
They said it in chat earlier.
Oh, okay, I did not see the message. That's my bad.
You're good.
Okay. The marble. Oh no, yeah. Its eyes bore straight into you. You find yourselves unable to look back as you take another step forward. On the edge of your peripheral vision, you see Necron following.
If this ain't...
A loud, piercing screech cuts him off, making you recoil. Slowly, painfully, the gate swings shut again. You hold your breath, digging your nails into your palms. The sound is almost tangible, like someone scraping a dull blade across your bones. For a moment, there is nothing you want more than to be away from here. Then, the sound stops, and you can breathe again. You give the gates a wary look, then shake your head. They look perfectly innocuous, stationary once more.
Hell of a cheerful place, ain't it?
As cheerful as a Yumi Nikki setting.
So true!
Idyllic. I see what you mean about the sculptures.
Yeah. Not a fan of how it seems to be watching me.
He clears his throat.
Anywho, we press an on-regulator.
You nod. We need to find Veltel. You brace yourself and enter the maze. Okay. I'm sorry.
Listen.
I'm sorry. Aladester's comment is too fucking funny. I
don't know how to do Australian accent.
That's fair.
Does.
Yeah,
that's why.
If I was reading him, he would have the Australian accent. I don't know. I do like that headcanon. It was just Bia of him. He's recovering. You know, he's a recovering Australian.
Hello, Veri. Welcome.
Hi, Veri. How's it going tonight? I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Oh, fuck me. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome, bud.
Welcome.
Holy shit. The path is too narrow for you and Necron to walk side by side, so he falls back, assuming your earlier formation.
Oh my god, also he has a gun! Or be good with mazes. Never had the patience for myself.
Normally, you say you are. Mazes are a system with a start and a finish, and working from one end to the other is kind of a problem-solving that appeals to you. You know the solution. It's only a matter of you finding it. How though? You can't stifle the tiny voice at the back of your mind and insist that this maze does not have one. You've been feeling this way a lot recently. You swallow back your doubts. You have to keep moving. An odd rattling sound carries through the thick air, and your muscles clench. You pause a foot half planted on the ground, straining your hearing to catch more. But there's only silence. Welcome back, by the way. You're A-okay if you need to just head out. That's never a problem.
Yeah. All good, Regulator?
Yes, I thought never mind. You're spared from explaining what you heard when the path you're walking down connects with another. I legit thought that was an actual person. I was like, oh my... You know what I thought it was? I thought it was Hamifi. I straight up thought Hamifi was just here. I'm like, holy shit, hi.
It does kind of look like it, at least like the dress.
Yeah, it's the dress, and I think like the face shape. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways.
But
Australia's good social safety net, so I've always seen Rebaton as a mega USA. I mean, you're right,
yeah,
though. You're right, actually. The girl boss herself. She's here! Good, finally. You reach an intersection. You can keep going forward or turn left.
Yep, we programmed a whole maze section for this route.
When Dracoff started speaking about it, I realized this was what's happening. This is very fucking cool. Okay.
So I know like the correct pathing, but if you take dead ends, you get some very interesting results.
Yeah, I'd honestly prefer to see how many dead ends we can get, so then like we hear the most. I don't want to know what it is unless I like ask for it. So I'm just gonna go what I'm feeling like.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna go left. You turn left. The rattling sounds hit you again, louder this time. It comes from a direction you came from. Did you hear that?
Yes. Came from behind us.
You give him a sharp nod without looking at him. Stay alert. You reach an intersection. You can keep going forward, turn left, or turn right. Forward. Each of the footfalls is as sharp as a gunshot against the tiles. Your blood pusher hammers against the cage of your ribs. Your breathing is staccato of rasping pants. You're much too loud. The rattling comes again, this time from the left. Closer still. You pick up your pace. The faint music in the background, is the music that low? Does the music need to be turned up? It's my question. If so, let me know.
Hang on. Oh no, don't go to main menu.
Just
yeah, it's a bit too faint.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, give me a second then.
You can turn up the music in the game menu itself.
Yes. Okay, that should be better now.
Yeah.
Let me know if that's good. Okay. The mist has congealed into a thick mass that actively resists the light of your torch. Your visibility becomes more and more obscured, which does little to soothe the pangs of apprehension in your stomach. As you turn a corner, the statue lurches at you. Its arms are stretched in an aborted attack, each of its digits ending in sharp, curved claws. It's certainly a troll, but their features are twisted in agonized, furious snarl. For a few moments, you are unable to break their stony gaze. Their eyes are narrowed to slits, leering at you with a mixture of hatred and a silent plea. Necron tears you from your transition with a hand on your shoulder. You let out a huff. Keep walking. You reach an intersection. Yeah, just gonna keep forward. Dead end, okay. You reach a dead end. The hedge closes in front of you abruptly, like a heavy curtain has dropped the mark, the sudden end of scenery. There's nothing around you but a wall of foliage, your grasping breath, and the clumps of mist. Then a rattle on the other side of the wall before you. You send your heel and push past Necron, motioning him to follow you back. You retrace your way to your last turn. I love the idea of scaredy cat Secily. It's very funny.
I say turn right.
Okay. You turn right. Another dead end. You reach another dead end. This one isn't empty. The fuck? The fuck? The fuck? You take a turn with so much momentum that it ends up coming to a stop as slow and clumsy. You end up all too close to a Gurbat, who should not be here at all. He stares down, unfazed. He's turned us talking about his rats. Good.
I told you I never want to see you again.
You try to come up with a response, but your voice doesn't seem able to find a way out of your mouth.
You shouldn't be here. It's not your place. Haven't you caused enough grief? The likes of you are not welcome here, nor wanted. You think the power you have justifies your arrogance, your cruelty? But when did your position turn to all that you are?
He smiles, with as much warmth as the swing of a blade.
Or maybe it's all you've ever been.
Your knees shake. You stumble back, away from him, as if that can protect you from his words. You crash into Necron, who grabs your upper arms and steadies you.
Secily, you're acting real weird. What gives?
You twist back to look at the spot where Gurbat stood. But there's nothing there. Just the darkness of the maze. You press a hand to your face. You don't understand what's happening. This place is messing with your head. In the distance, you hear that rattle again. You need to find the exit, find Vital, and be done with this place. You take a deep, steadying breath and seal yourself before looking back at Necron. Trick of the light. We can't stop now. If Necron has any doubts, he doesn't express them. Instead, he motions for you to keep going. As you retrace your steps towards the last intersection, the rattling sun seems to be coming from all sides.
Okay, that was what I was hoping that would happen when I told you to turn right.
Got it. Your head is pounding. Cold sweat rolls down the back of your neck. You wonder what fresh nightmare awaits you around the next corner.
There's a few more that could happen, but that's definitely a big one.
Sure, yes. I legit thought that there was actually just a Gurbat statue here, or a statue of someone that looked like Gurbat, and that's what triggered it.
Nope.
Fair enough. Secily either goes, I'm a piece of shit for like normal everyday things, or I'm a perfect angel because of war crimes and we cannot change her. I will shake change into Cecily's mind, and I don't care if she stabs me. I swear to Christ, this woman needs to fucking learn. Maze that fucks with your mind. Maze that fucks with your mind. Okay, go left then. You turn left. You're deep in the maze now, unsure of your position relative to where you started. You're hoping you're moving in the right direction. You hope that whatever's making the rattling noise does not come any closer. You're right, Mishri has kind of been trying to do that for years. Shit, what was... Oh, wait, no, I actually have it up. Hold on. Okay, no, that's not... Those are not Vital's horns. I honestly thought they looked like his horns for a moment. It definitely looks like his hair.
Yeah, kinda.
And she speedruns self-reflection for like crime reasons. Okay, speaking of, I was joking with Dawn before the stream started about a Snowbound Blood speedrun, because virtual novels do have fucking speedruns for some reason. So I just love the idea of just flying through every single route as quick as possible.
I mean, honestly, speedruns of visual novels do not appeal to me because that's just menuing.
Yeah,
which doesn't appeal to me.
Yeah, no, it's not the most fun thing.
But it is funny.
It is funny. I just Cecily goes through a character arc in 15 minutes. You reach an intersection. You can turn left or turn right. The answer...
no, Dracot, you just skip through all of the text.
You literally just go through all of the text, actually. You checked a chess notation chart. Okay. Okay.
Oh, is it because of Cecily's chess notation during Gerbat's scene? Because, no, that's not chess notation. Koei actually thought of the idea of, like, since these are, like, optional things that can happen, they decided, hey, what if Cecily's chess notation quirk gets all really fucky? Because she's talking to someone that isn't there.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So that's, like, why her chess notation is like that. It's not an accident at all, it's intentional.
I actually, when I saw the first line, that's why I kind of just, like, muffled it, because I thought that that's actually what she was saying, and that was just, it was like the words were trapped in her throat, like previously described.
No, she was trying to say I, but it gets cut off.
Got it. I didn't even see that. Again, I was like, oh, how the fuck do I pronounce that? Okay, I'll just say anything. Make your seed dependent on your computer processing power. I mean, I guess, but like also, like for this game, I'm assuming I didn't actually see the itch.io like requirements, hardware requirements, but I'm assuming this game does not need a beefy computer to run this.
Oh, it does not. It does not.
Snowbound Blood TAS! Oh my god, that is extremely funny. Oh my god. It's also how we can still use our programming hacks for regular conversations. Ah, yeah, okay, fair enough. Did moisture wraps on the gibberish. Moisture wraps are disabled tonight. So,
yep.
So, unfortunately not. Alright, go left. Another dead end. You turn the torch in all directions, as if shining light on a correct spot will open some unforeseen way forward. Nothing. Then, something on the ground catches your eye. You direct the light towards a small puddle of liquid. It appears black at first, but closer inspection reveals a rich blue. Cerulean. Another splatter paints the hedge to your left, congealing across the small leaves. You reach out to touch the blood.
Cecily?
Necron's voice gives you pause. The undercurrent of the agitation suggests this is not the first time he's tried to attract your attention. You look over at him. You look at him over your shoulder. Don't you see it?
See what?
You've gone to point at the blood and it's gone. There's no sign of it. It's as if it was never there. You rub your eyes. This place is messing with your head. With a sigh, you turn back to Necron. It's nothing. I thought I saw something that wasn't there. Let's go back. He seems worried, but doesn't argue the point. What's the official color name of Necron's blood color?
Decon, Recon, Wiki,
Oh,
Spectrum.
I guess what I was asking here is, was she envisioning his blood on the walls?
Well... I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, but if you don't know, that's completely fine. I was just curious.
I mean, I just assume that's probably
Ah,
Necron's
yes.
blood.
Okay, we have word of God here. Okay, fair enough.
Yes.
Cool,
Yes, it
cool.
is.
Oof. A body has been discovered.
God. But yeah, I think that's all of, well, that's almost all of the hypothetical dead end scenarios you can get. But there's
Okay.
one extra one that's like really difficult to get.
Okay. Go right. You turn right. Your pace is to become frantic. You're not quite running, but it's a close thing, and your frantic breathing sounds thunderous to your ears. What? Why did that get me? Just the walking emote. God. Proserpina in your hand, although you don't remember drawing her from your sheath. It takes you a moment to realize you can't hear the rattling. It takes you a moment to realize that you can't hear the battling. Somehow, that does little to comfort you. You reach an intersection. You can keep going forward or turn right. Turn right.
Right.
You reach an intersection. You don't see pause to consider, instead making a split-second decision to march down the first path you see. Oh! Interesting. You don't have it in you to be surprised when you realize it's a dead end. Oh, hi! Hi, Mishri! Mishri, or what you know by now is not Mishri, stares down at you with her arms crossed. You know this is not real. You ought to turn around and leave. But her cold gaze paralyzes you.
You lost again, Cecily. You're on the wrong path. But you know that, don't you? You've been sprinting towards a dead end for sweeps, sweeping people along as you go. I was supposed to help you, but you never let me do that. Not really. Tell me, Cecily, are you happy about the position you put me in?
Even if you wanted to give her an answer, you doubt you'd be able to. The apparition that claims Mishri's face tilts its head, observing you as something you might consider to be curiosity. Then, it gives you a honey-sweet smile.
Leave. I never want to see you again.
You want to hide from the smile, from the words you both expected and feared for sweeps. You cannot look away.
Alright, Regulator, time to move. Been staring at the empty wall for a hot moment again.
He grips your shoulder and gives you a light, firm tug backwards. Change the world. My final message. Goodbye. As soon as he breaks your focus on it, the thing that wasn't Mishri disappears. You shake your head and pull your shoulders from his grasp. I can walk. You turn your head back on the dead end, facing Necron head on. He watches you for a moment, then nods.
We gotta be getting close to the exit now. We'll be out here in no time flat.
He seems to be waiting for a response from you, but when you don't give him one back, he shrugs and he starts walking back down the way you came from. You follow. You walk in silence for a while, before Necron breaks it.
Yo, Cecily. What did you see?
Tell him. You can't do that. Cecily, I'm begging you. I am fucking shaking you so goddamn hard. Please, just fucking... Ah! It doesn't matter, Necron. It was nothing. Thankfully, He doesn't press it. You must have been just off. Well, you must have just been off of the exit of the maze, because it's only a couple more moments of walking before it abruptly ends. Vatel's mansion stands in front of you, a 3-story building floating amidst the fog. Elaborate ornaments decorated the facade, but they're weather-worn and chipped. The stone itself is darkened and dull with moisture and moths. Almost all the windows are barred from the inside, and no light shines through the cracks. You exchanged looks with Necron.
Let's see if anyone's home.
Hold on, before we continue, I do love the dialogue here of Iron saying, Secily, please talk to a therapist, and Veri going, she did, and she fell in love.
Yeah.
So true, though.
Yeah.
The two of you inch your way in front of the hive, then ascend the stone steps leading up to the door. An iron knocker in the shape of a hooded serpent is positioned at your eye level, staring at you indifferently. As you stare back at it, you hear the same rattling that followed you through the maze, but it's now distant, fainter. Then you hear a sound filtering through the door from inside the hive. Kind of fucked up that you would curse Secily in her darkest moment. Kind of fucked up, actually.
Kind of fucked.
Then you hear the sound of filtering through the door from the inside. A sharp, measured knocking. You can't make out what it is. While you're trying to determine the source of it, Necron switches his prosthetic to set off lockpicks, and sets out to bust the door. You strain your hearing to catch any changes inside, but there's only the same rhythmic sound. Oh, Murtkin, we have a number of effects here. One of them, a few of them aren't live today because of the nature of the stream, but that is a curse, which inflicts the curse upon the stream and myself.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was in-game. Yes,
No!
Secily just gets instant. I love the idea of you playing a game, and just at random intervals, you just end up with a curse. It just flashes on the screen that you have a curse. You don't know what the fuck it does, but it just happens.
Oh, honestly, of all the routes for that alert to play, this would be the one.
Sure, that's fair. Isn't that the original Castlevania 2?
Yes.
Yes, but I think it's specifically the one. Well, the one I'm using is from Isaac, but it comes from Castlevania 2, and it's, I think, when night falls, right?
Yes, when night falls.
Yes, that's what I thought.
There. Fingers crossed the door ain't barred too.
He straightens back up, pleased with his handiwork. Then the two of you lay your hands on the door and give an experimental shove. It's heavy, but to your surprise, it gives slightly. You push harder. The door begins to slide open gradually, laboriously. Then all at once, the resistance disappears, and you tumble inside it amidst a loud clatter.
Son of a...
You grip the back of Necron's shirt before he crashes into the ground head first, steadying yourself on the door and trying to get your bearings. A pile of assorted furniture lies scattered on the floor in front of you. A table, a number of upturned chairs, what looks like to be an elaborate coat hanger. It seems like it was barred up after all. As you're saying it, unease creeps up your back. The knocking has stopped. Your hand flies to Prospina's handle, and you open your mouth to warn Necron. And then it starts up again. You hesitate, But when it doesn't seem to waver, you venture inside. You keep your blade at the ready. The hive is quiet, dusty, and deserted. You head down a long hallway that opens into a spacious living room. At least what you assume it is. All the furniture is hidden beneath white sheets. Across the room, there are stairs leading up. That's where the noise seems to be coming from. So you seem to look with Necron and nod. You make your way through the building, quiet and careful. You doubt that your presence can be possibly have remained unnoticed. There's something about making noise in this place unnerves you. Silence reigns absolute in the mansion, besides the ever-present knocking. It grows louder as you walk into the second floor, and down a dusky hallway. All of the doors around you are shut, with no light coming through the cracks around them. All except one. The door at the end of the hallway is framed by a faint aura of light. Necron whispers under his breath.
Where the noise is coming from?
You nod, keeping your eyes locked on it. Once you have closed the remaining distance, you pause for a moment to collect your thoughts. You really don't want to open this door. You open the door. But you also don't want to stay here any longer than necessary. You turn the knob. The door slowly swings open. You step inside. For a moment, the light filling the room overwhelms you. You resist the urge to shield your eyes from it, adjusted to the ever-present darkness as they are. Oh! Hello! You blink rapidly and a circular room comes into focus in front of you. Statues line the walls, taking up the alcoves between the windows, and your sweeping glance across the room is enough to tell you they're grotesque and as painful as the rest of the art you've seen here. Kind of fucked up. Cecily's not an art appreciator, and that's kind of fucked up. There's something in the center of the room. Another sculpture. But you don't have time to expect it. A figure stands in front of it, and you finally see Valtel Gorti for the first time. You're not sure what you expected, but the thin, frail-looking individual in front of you wasn't it. He's got his back towards you, turned towards you, and he doesn't seem to notice your presence. His entire body is still, but limp somehow, as if it's only a matter of time before the gravity pulls him to the floor. The knocking has stopped. The chisel and a hammer in his hands tell you what the source of the sound has been. It's been him chiseling? I don't think... Okay. Valtel Gorti. Your voice echoes across the room, crashing back into you much louder than you could have anticipated. He doesn't turn around.
I've been feeling uninspired lately.
His voice is amplified by the echo too, but it's even, motionless. Besides you, Necron shuffles with unease. His eyes are locked on Valtel. He's waiting, but you know if the situation takes a turn for the worst, he'll be ready to act. You take another step towards Valtel. Mr. Gorti, we're here to ask you some questions pertaining to a case where...
What do you do when your work loses its meaning? Do you keep going through the motions because that's who you're supposed to be? Or do you accept that you're nothing without it? None of it matters.
His words put you on edge as much as the deadpan delivery does. You can't help but wonder if he's aware he's speaking to you. On cue, he turns to face you. His gaze slides over to you and Necron, and falls to the floor. His placid, vacant expression does not change at the sight of two strangers in his home. And he speaks again, in the same unaffected tone.
Haven't had visitors for a while.
A shadow crosses his face with his next words.
None that I could see, anyway.
Hey, Valtel, what does that mean, bud? Thanks, Secily. What does that mean, Valtel? Predictably, he ignores your imploring tone. His eyes lock on yours for a moment, then dart away again.
How did you get past them?
Past whom?
The maze, and the things in it. You can read Necron from this point on.
Yeah, baby! Okay. Hang on, I gotta get back into this. Hang on. We just found our way out of it.
No.
He glares at you again, and for a moment, you wonder whether he's talking about the same things you've encountered. The things in the maze. Do you know what they are? He's recovering! Australian King! Finally! His voice is healed!
Veri, you clearly have not seen the Volume 7 VOD.
Oh my god, the Volume 7 VOD did end up on the archive channel today, so if you want, you should absolutely go fucking watch that and hear me read the entire Volume 7 with the Australian accent.
Mm-hmm.
His gaze falls back to the floor. For a moment, you see a flicker of something new in his eyes. Fear. He wraps his arm around himself.
You shouldn't have come here.
Valtel, we came here to help. We were informed that you may be in danger. I don't know if I had the time for a Volume 7 4-hour-long mega experience. Oh, that's fair. Understandable.
Yeah, it is a freaking chonker.
Yes, that is fair. I guess just like we do Necron's route first. So if you just like want to like peek at like any point in the first half of the VOD, you can just listen to like a few sentences of me as Australian Necron.
Exactly. It's quite the spectacle.
It is a fantastic thing.
Yeah, I also had a lot of fun reading Necron. That's what matters.
Yeah, that's what matters. He takes a step back, bristling as if you move to attack him. So you want me to experience more pain? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, hey! Thanks, Nightbot. Perfect timing.
Thank you, Nightbot.
He takes a step.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
I thought you would like switch to Valtel.
I did, but when you didn't continue, I thought, okay, I'll just read it again.
Okay.
He takes a step back, bristling as if you moved to attack him.
Of course I am. We all are.
You stay silent, trying to collect your thoughts. You're unsure how to proceed. It's clear that the troll in front of you is not entirely lucid, and that you're scrambling for a way to get through to him. While you're contemplating, Necron gestures to attract your attention. Welcome, Maggie. How's it going tonight? I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for joining us. How's it going?
Fuck off.
What's up?
Nothing, I'm just laughing at what Maeve said.
Oh, that's fair. It is very good. Regulator. He points across the room. Is that statue bleeding? It certainly seems to be. You and Necron exchange confused looks. Should you message this to Valtel? You turn back towards him. He hasn't budged from his defensive pose. You try asking him questions. It's the sigil of death. Oh,
Yeah, it
okay.
is.
Cool, okay. Fucked up, though.
Yeah. Valtel's sigil on his sweater is ashes, too.
Okay. Is that statue bleeding?
I mean, you're gonna go through all these questions anyways.
Yeah, I know, but like in a dialogue tree like this, I kind of like going with like, I don't know. I'll go with, is the statue bleeding?
Ah, sorry. I
No.
scrolled back on my game, so
Oh, okay.
I went backwards a little bit, but I'm okay now.
Valtel lets out something that's almost a scoff.
Of course it's not bleeding. Stone doesn't bleed.
He seems more agitated, tension building in his shoulders. What are you working on?
Oh.
I don't think he's a pretentious artist. I think he's just depressed. Like
He's very depressed, yes.
He has major depression.
Yeah, he's got mental illness going on.
Oh, so true though. He lights up, almost imperceptibly. Then he moves aside to give you a clear view of his statue.
You call this one Portrait of the Artist.
Your breath catches. Before stands you a stone amalgamation of hands and faces and limbs, gripping, tangled together, bare bones sticking out of places that they don't belong, mouths warped in an expression of agony and anger. Oh, I just thought he was going like, oh, of course someone would like you wouldn't understand, but he's just being weirdly literal. Yes, indeed. It's incomplete, though the chunks of formless stone seem to belong in this composition as much as its other elements. You will yourself not to shudder at the sight.
I'm working on this piece for so long, but it never seems to be quite done. There's always something missing.
It's real gnarly, I'll give you that. Valtel looks at his face for the first time since you entered the room. He must be trying to determine whether the remark was meant as a compliment or an insult. Whatever conclusion he comes to, it doesn't seem to satisfy him. He's grouping his sides, eyes narrow at the floor. When did you last see your maid spread? Oh. Valtel's face darkens.
It feels like a very long time. It must have been a few weeks. It's been hard to keep track of it.
His fingers tighten around his arm, as if he clutches hard enough and ground himself in the moment. That's when it clicks for you. His exhaustion, the way he seems dazed and unsteady at his feet and keeping fading in and out of awareness. He must be experiencing withdrawal. Oh, shit. Okay. You feel a pang of sympathy, familiar as you are with the constant discomfort. It doesn't take long for it to kick in either. If his estimation is correct, the symptoms are rather severe at this point. For a moment, Valtel's expression softens. He murmurs, barely above a whisper.
Miss him.
Just as quickly, the emotion fades from his face. Yes, as far as I remember, this is the first time we've seen this in SBB. We saw this in Vast Error when Elsie was going through her moment, but this is definitely the first time in Snowbound Blood.
Yeah, it's not something that can kill you, but it's more akin to, like, chronic pain.
Yeah. I can't remember precisely talked about hers earlier though. Definitely in Mishri's route, she talks about it, but we don't see like her like going through it. That's just
It's because Secily has, you know, a Moirel or Pale support from Mishri to go through it. Valtel does not.
Bitch, let's get you a pail.
But yeah, it's like withdrawal is very hard to get through without Pale support, or really just any sort of support system which, with Valtel being withdrawn as he is in this route, does not help.
Secily is also like girlfriend dead for decades. This is also true, but again, Secily at least has a support system.
Yeah, she has therapy.
She has therapy and also a black romance.
Yes.
Yo, Split! How's it going tonight? It's good to see you. I'm glad that you're able to make it. How's it going tonight, bud?
Hello.
You want a ratio Secily? Kind
Me
of.
too.
I mean, understandable. Understandable. Have a good day.
God.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Cecily had therapy and also time to get used to it. Though, correction, Valtel has went through it for more than a few weeks.
Yeah, it is definitely a bad situation he's in right now. What does ratio mean? I think just means, like, Twitter ratio. Like,
yeah, like quote retweets gain more traction than the post that they're quote retweeting from.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. You're doing well? Awesome! Glad to hear. Well, welcome.
Hey.
Welcome.
Welcome. We're just about on the tail end of Valtel's route. So we haven't gone to Sabine's route yet, which I know you're very excited for, Split.
Yes. It will be happening shortly, but we have to see how this plays out for our funky little depressed artist.
You
swallow another lump in your throat and bring yourself to speak. Valtel, your partner's been trying to reach you. He's been worried since you cut contact.
Cut contact?
You have to fight the urge to recoil. Instinctively, you reach for your weapon. Valtel just keeps talking, the momentary fury sweeping from his features.
I have been trying to contact him this entire time. Texting, calling. He never responded. He left me all alone here and I'm trapped.
Trapped?
I can't leave. I know what's waiting out there.
We can get you out of here. I'm sure Jinjo would be...
It's not safe. Not just for me, for anyone. Terrible things are coming.
He moves another step away from you. Why have you barricaded yourself here?
Barricaded? I would be dead otherwise. There are monsters on the other side. Unlike anything either of us have seen, and they're trying to get through. They're watching me, biding their time until I give up. I cannot ever let my guard down.
Buddy, no one's... He cuts himself off, and you know he's thinking about Noxus. How much of what's been happening has been out there because of him? That's a very old reference, Maeve. Holy shit. It looks like Valtel doesn't enjoy this line of questioning, however. His eyes keep flicking to you with something teetering on open panic. I'm sorry, but at this point, I'm dying at how much you're not enjoying my Necron. It's very funny.
Welcome, Piranha Plant. Rate the webcomic. That's all I can answer for you.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. Read Vast Error. And
yeah.
I mean, we have a whole set of VODs up to Act 2 Intermission 1, if you would like to watch on the VOD channel, which is in the description.
And we have a lot of Snowbound Blood VODs too.
We do
basically just if this is your first time catching the stream, please just catch up on the comic and the game.
Yes,
or at the very least the game.
Yes, I agree. So with that said, we love to have you here, but please understand that, like, to get the context, you have to read the comic.
Yeah.
I guess he would gives us like a Catholic vibe. Yeah, it's very much the stained glass in like the very imposing statue work here that I can see that. It's very this room in particular is very Catholic inspired.
Yeah, a little bit. Like, you know, like church and such.
Yeah, exactly.
I also like I mean, I said that Voltaire is very much inspired by Silent Hill, because the statues look very much like Silent Hill creatures,
Mm-hmm.
and his hallucinations. But he's also very much inspired by the Ib game.
Oh shit, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, this does have big Ib moments, huh?
Yes, his last name is literally derived from the artist that the museum is. That the artist in the museum
Oh.
is.
Oh,
Yeah,
holy shit. Oh, this fucks, actually. This
yeah.
fucks.
I love Valtel, like his concept so fucking much.
Mm-hmm. Uh, it's Valtel Gertie.
Gertie, which
G-U...
is from Gertina, who is the
Mm,
artist in Ib.
got it. It does also have Bloodborne vibes, I feel that. Yes, 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 yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Pog, holy shit.
Yep, and Valtel is from the creature in Silent Hill 3, Valtiel. Uh,
Oh, okay.
yep.
Fair enough. Cool, cool.
Yes.
Okay. All of your questions seem to run into a stone wall. It's hard to reach Valtel. Even the fragmented responses he does give you are confusing and difficult to follow. He's clearly in no fit state to be questioned. If anything, your interrogation has only made it worse. He stepped even farther away from you now, opening a wide rift in bare stone between you. His eyes keep darting around to you, then Necron, then the door, like he's looking for a way out. You try one more time. Valtel, have you heard of the moniker Noxious? His anxious fidgeting doesn't stop, but he doesn't stops. His anxious fidgeting stops, but he doesn't respond. You don't give up. What about obnoxious antidotes? How do you talk to him? How does he contact you?
No.
His eyes become unfocused. They're looking in your direction, but they're empty, seeing something far beyond you.
I don't want your questions. They're not going to be of any use to you. They will not help you with what's to come. The war that's coming isn't going to be the one that you'll fight. Leave.
He turns away from you, signaling that he wants this conversation to end. But you can't just go yet. You need this victory. Take a step closer to Valtel. Please tell me what you know. You get no response. Please tell me what you know. Valtel is quiet. His shoulders are shaking. Secily, tell me.
No.
He whips around like a taut string being released, and his eyes are glowing a burning white. And you don't have time to ask what's happening before your entire body goes very, very cold. You can't move. Red bleeds into your vision, swirling around you until you feel like you're looking at the room around you through thick, viscous liquid. Then there is no room. You're all by yourself again. Have you ever not been? Cold and overpowering numbness that starts where your blood pusher should be and weighs your entire body down. Part of you knows you should fight it. You should resist. You have a reason to. You don't know. You don't remember. It's getting hard to think. You're so cold. Alina, you're too late for that. You couldn't do anything to save her. You didn't even learn the truth for sweeps. You failed her. As you will fail everyone else. With that thought searing your mind, your vision finally goes dark. And then he used his ability, and his eyes got all wacky. He paralyzed you. You're leaning back against the table, looking at Necron as he recounts the events of the previous night to you. Your neck is uncomfortably stiff. Natch, I jump at him, and I hit him square on the head, and he ain't all that hardy, so he was out for a count pretty much straight away. And then you passed out on the floor. Had to carry you both through the maze. He laughs, sort of sheepishly, and you have a hunch about what he's about to say next. Luckily, I had a chainsaw. Made the whole business easier. You don't have it to mourn Valtella's maze. And frankly, you doubt he does either. It's weird hearing a surfer lingo in an Australian accent. Yeah, a little bit fair, but this is what I've chosen for him because this is what feels right. As long as it got the job done. Sure did! Anywho, I'll ring Orca up and she gave us a ride. Took Valtell to another pal to help him recover. He's gonna be back with Gingu in no time. Necron's grin splits the face in two almost in even parts. It's not hard to tell he's elated. We won this round, Regulator! You wish you could feel anywhere as confident or as excited as Necron does. As it is, only thinking about the events of the past night make you nauseated. Oh, manlet! Thankfully, you're prevented from having to ruin his enthusiasm when the door opens and Sestron walks in. I'm not lying when I say that was actually my first thought when I saw Sestro. So, sorry, not sorry. I thought trolls on Repeton never actively had psychic abilities. I don't know.
Basically, Valtel is, since he's a red blood, low bloods on Repeton have more potent survival abilities. They're not specifically psychic in many cases, but Valtel's definitely a special case. His ability is that he uses his vision to paralyze people, kind of like a stone gaze, you know? Like how Medusa would do that. Which fits in line with
oh
like his
my god, it's a fucking Medusa reference. God fucking damn it. God,
I love him so much. Yeah, Gorgon's Sight, I think is called.
Yeah, that's right. Holy shit. There's so much. There are so many layers to Valtel. It's incredible. It feels
I love him so much. I think about him a lot.
That's valid. Who is the creator of Valtel?
Heather,
okay, got it. Necron gives him a curious look. Howdy, Chief. Chester pauses, giving Necron a look with raised eyebrows, then directing it at you instead. You shrug a single shoulder. Sestro considers you, then lets out a single imperceptible sigh. He nods at Necron.
Hello. I'm glad you come back to yourself, Secily. How are you recovering?
I'm fine. You realize that must sound terribly unconvincing, so you add, tired. It's been a long night. Sestro nods, although you're not sure he buys it. Still, he doesn't press further. You didn't think that he would.
The executive would like to talk to you when you're able.
Oh!
Uh-huh.
Great, okay. Right away then, you think. Somehow. You weren't expecting to be able to rest soon. Alright. Thank you for letting me know. There's something hopeful in his expression as he takes his leave. Later, you feel like the past 12 hours have taken from you everything that they could, but you still have a call to make. Hamifi is not the executive.
That's Cestro's ancestor.
That's Cestro's ancestor, who is still alive.
Yep. So now you know what's gonna happen next volume, or at least one of the things.
Oh boy, here we fucking go. He is still alive, yes.
Yes.
Mishri picks up just when you start to think she's not going to.
Oh wait, you read Mishiri.
Oh, okay, yeah. Cecily, it's good to hear you. Are you alright? Yeah, a lot's happened. Can you talk? I can. Give me a moment. There's a brief rustling sound and you hear her talk to someone on her end. I'm sorry, darling. I need to take this.
Cool. Take your time, I guess.
Is this the one from Volume 9?
Yes.
Okay. Another rustle. A moment of silence. And you hear Mishri address you again. Alright. Tell me what's been going on. I love Necron so goddamn much. I love him so fucking much. Holy shit.
Love wins.
Love wins. Hey, can we get some love wins in chat? Let's get some love wins in chat if you're following the stream, which if you've enjoyed so far, please consider following. Love wins, baby.
Love wins. Fuck love.
Fuck. Oh my god. Fucked up and evil, actually.
Oh my god.
You know what else wins? What also wins, huh?
But yeah, what do you think? Oh my god!
I can't think right now because apparently some naughty little Veri has eaten the fucking wind orbs. God fucking damn it! Right at the last. God damn it! You're not supposed to eat the wind orbs. All of you know you're not supposed to eat the wind orbs. They are not edible. They are not tasty. You do not devour them. You do not consume them. I will kill Valtel just so I can fucking use his freezing eye beam to freeze you because fuck you. You do not eat those wind orbs. They are not tasty, Squirt! They are not tasty! What the fuck?
For super laser paralysis.
Revenge for Australian Necron! This is Veri's revenge! Oh my fucking god!
Oh my god.
Also, Ella Desters, thank you so much for the follow, appreciated, but fucking hell, those orbs are not for eating! Those orbs are not for eating! And you know this, and you know this, and you know this! God damn it, Veri! Ah! Holy shit!
I'll call this the 5th minigame of Super ValantWynn Star Ultra because this is the revenge of VeritasUnae.
This is God. Oh my fucking god. Surpays the world, how's it going tonight? I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
I'm sorry you had to hear me scream about people not eating the wind orbs, but you know, that's just how we roll around here.
Right, detached to bile. Oh my god.
Oh my god, hello? I hate that. I hate that, actually. Oh my god.
Anyways, what I was trying to say, what did you think of Valtel's route?
Valtel's route. Okay. I enjoy this route because it's not, because, I mean, I like Valtel, and I mean, when we come to it, we'll rank him. But, like, if I'm being completely real here, I like this route because it's not about Valtel. It's about, it's about the weight of what Secily is doing here. It is genuinely so much. She is living through kind of a personal nightmare, but she has to, like, live with what's going on. And this
Yeah,
is the first time the guilt has well, it's not the first time in this story that the guilt has gotten to her, but
yeah.
it definitely hits after extremely having to deal with Gurbat,
Yeah,
actually.
it's definitely like it's very much a continuation of Gurbat's route. Like this route does a very good job in making you not forget about what happened there, especially with making Gurbat literally one of the visions that Cecily sees
Yes,
in the
which
maze.
is so fucking important, because holy shit, she needs to
Yeah,
have that. Like, I'm glad that what she did to Gurbat is not going un is going forgotten. She
yeah.
needs to remember this.
Yeah, like she tells herself like, "Oh, Gurbat's a nobody. This doesn't matter at all." Um and like that's like fucked up and not true at all, and clearly she's still affected by it. And that's what makes me love Valtel's route so much.
No, I completely understand that, actually.
Yeah. I saw, I think, Dracoth mention what, or asked what the last potential thing you
See,
find in the maze is.
so you don't see it right now. I went back to Valtel's route, and I'm literally in the maze again, because I'm curious to see what is there. My question here is, like, is there actually individual paths to getting everything, or is it just...
Depends on RNG. It depends on
Okay,
random chance.
it is
What
an
purple
RNG.
you pick. Yes. The last thing is very rare to get. I forgot what the percentage rate is that Kohis set it to, but you could try to, like, I don't know, spam going in the wrong direction to get it. It's 10% chance, yeah.
It's a 10% chance. Okay. I mean, I am just
Yeah, you get it from pressing on the strike through to paths.
Oh,
Yeah, the text gets struck through because they're dead ends.
I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like a 10% chance on, like, if you get it. You could try over and over again, but if you... I know we're kind of pressed for time, or streams are always pressed for time, so...
If you can't go left, might as well just blow up.
Might as well just blow up, yeah.
Fucked up.
But yeah, if you get tired of, like, doing this over and over again, I can enlighten people on what the dead end is.
Okay. Well, here's the Mishri one.
But yeah, that one's just required. Like, if you go through the maze perfectly, you get Mishri no matter what. It's just the part with the blood, the general dead end text, and Gurbat. Those are all things that you could find.
Sure. Also, Twitch plays Snowbound Blood is a very funny concept, because it's literally, we would just right-click the entire fucking way through.
Yeah, right click.
I'm guessing it's 10% every dead end, because I was just told I could spam it.
Yeah, 10% per dead end, yes.
I'm thinking about the nature of chance in this stream now, and I remember that we got the woman face in Yumi Nikki on second try.
Oh yeah.
Which was a fucking surprising thing. So
Yeah.
honestly, we will probably be able to see it. That's my guess.
Yeah.
Why not? But you know, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah. And again, if you get tired of doing it, I'll just explain what it is.
Yeah.
And trust me, when you get it, you'll know that you get it.
Yes, Uboa. I got Uboa on the second try.
Yep, Uboa.
Okay, to be fair, I am crying at the idea of Cecily just walking back and forth between the same dead end and the same same fucking hallway.
She wants to get this result.
She's just like, I know something's stuck in here. I know something's here.
I won't comment on that.
Interesting. I do know Oboa is a 1 in 64 chance, and that's why it was so
Yeah.
surprising when we got it on second try.
Yeah, I think Yuta also got on Sekitarai in one of their playthroughs because I think
Okay.
they streamed Yumeniki in their server.
Wiki says it's a 5% chance on intersection 3 or 4 in the maze. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
God damn it. This is not the time for that, but that is very funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say 10% seems a bit much.
Okay, so this is intersection 2.
Ew.
So go forward. I played Munich for the first time last month and I got Uboa first try. Holy shit, Split!
Oh wow, yeah, I think I remember that.
Congrats, that's fucking insane. Necron standing there like, Cecily.
Haha.
Okay.
Alright.
Nope. Nope. Here, we got Gerbat again.
Yeah.
The funny...
Which thankfully, well, Gerbat does not appear again, I think.
Okay. Funny ghost of Gerbat. Yo, Doug, how's it going tonight? I hope you're having a wonderful evening.
We're going through achievement hunting on Snowbound Blood.
Yeah, basically, actually.
Which, yes, there is an achievement for getting this specific result.
Okay.
So...
Wait, no, this is blood.
Yeah, blood.
This is blood.
Trust me, you'll know when you see it.
Okay. Gerbat and his rat. That is just the funniest thing. We have straight up just given Gerbat a rat for some reason.
Yeah, even though Gerbat's loses is a moose.
Mm-hmm. Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, hello, Doug. Douglas.
Douglas. Come on, baby.
No, babe.
Come on, baby. This is straight up like gambling.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
It's like trying to find a shiny Pokemon.
Okay, I don't. Oh god, no, this is not gonna work. I was gonna put the mouse next to my mic, but you know that the way the mouse worked, that doesn't work. But I am gonna just spam click now.
Okay, yeah. This is a work in progress for the Snowbound Blood task.
Oh! It crashed!
Oh!
What? Why did the game crash? I saw
That's Ion, baby!
Okay. Holy shit!
You got it!
I got it. I'm glad the game does just straight up crash, but this sucks because I have to go back to my folders to open up the game. Oh,
yeah, Gaian's
Jesus
a
Christ.
jump scare. You get a 5% chance of getting Gaion, and Gaion crashes your computer.
That's very...
Well, not your computer, it crashes the game. If it crashes your computer, that would be way too powerful.
I just got Gaion, baby. Good.
I literally just got DM'd by Austin Anna before that happened, saying Gaion is shy today.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay. Real talk though, Snowbound Blood, but every time I find Gaion, my computer crashes.
Look in the Trollodex, by the way, for the achievement.
Oh, yeah, hang on. Okay,
because now you got it, I think.
Trollodex. X.
Yep.
I didn't realize the stream started earlier. I wound up taking a 2-hour nap after work. What happened? But first of all, I hope your nap went well. You deserve your sleep. Everyone deserves their funny little sleep. Basically what happened is that Secily and Necron went on a mission to find a troll that had their communication lost with their partner, and they ended up in a hedge maze that was fucking with Cecily's mind until they left the maze and made it to the mansion where they met Valtel Gertie, a well-known artist. Valti apparently was hiding out in his mansion because of the beasts that are inside of the mansion. Not inside the mansion, inside the head maze. And Secily, as Secily does, demands further answers. And Valti goes, no, and fucking paralyzes her.
Yeah, also, the reason that she's called to get there is because Valtel has not contacted his mate spirit in a while.
Yes.
And the reason for that is because of Noxious cutting contact between both of them, hence the confusion between, like, Gengu thinking Voltaire caught contact with them versus Voltaire thinking that they caught contact with him.
Mm-hmm.
When in reality, that's just Noxious, like, intercepting them.
God, oh God, I can't explain Gaion very easily. Oh wait. Okay, okay. Thank Gygus. Yeah, that's perfect. Yes. So by the way, really quickly here, we this week we hit our 275 follower goal, which is a full stream dedicated to Big the Cat. So now we're heading towards our 300 follower goal, which is me doing the Pokemon Coliseum randomizer because
Ooh.
because I was curious if there was actually a randomizer, and when I found out it was, I'm like, okay, yeah, I kind of want to see what shadow Pokemon we can get randomized.
That sounds pretty fun, actually, not gonna lie.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that. But we have to hit 300. We're chugging along, so we'll see when it happens.
We'll see.
Yes.
Anyways, you ready for Sabine?
Oh, baby, baby, baby. I'm always ready for the unhinged.
Alright. Sabine Barar. Let me take a hydration break.
Sure. I'm also going to take Sippy. John Madden.
You need it from all that reading.
Yeah, that's fair. This was the longest route. This was, Valtel's route was definitely the longest so far.
Yeah. Alright.
Can I join the chat for this specifically?
I don't mind.
Yeah, honestly, I don't mind if you wanna hop in. Where you can wait. I don't think Veri is in the server. Yes,
Veri is in the server.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. You can just hop in. You will just see us in the channel that we're in.
Yes. I believe you can join in the On the Air channel.
Yes. Also, Maeve, I love you. I'm going to keep this just to us, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I shall get started on reading.
Sure thing.
And Veri can join whenever.
Yeah.
It feels good to say you're on the right track.
Ah, it's this!
Even if you can't say it metaphorically, you can always say it literally on the Stronghold 21 monorail service. Just you today. Necron's still busy recovering from your last encounter. As much as he and Orca insisted you chillax for a sec, you've got a job to do.
Hey, really quickly, I need to turn this down on my end, just really quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is a good track, it's a banger, it's just loud.
Yeah, understandable. Corporate is a banger.
Yes.
You know damn well that Necron's probably still gallivanting about on his own mission, however. The man exudes the exact same refusal to sit still as you do. You do think it was a good call on your part not to take Mr. Knife Hand to see a little child, though. No offense to him, of course, but impressions are important when dealing with the impressionable.
Wait. Veri is just cut off of the TV because this is only set for 2 people. Oh my god.
It's okay, Veri.
It's okay, Veri. I can try to make a quick edit here to get you in.
That's not what I was meaning. That's not what I was meaning. The troll beneath TV is my troll.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. No,
they're still here.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Hi, welcome, Veri. How's it going?
Hello. It's just me with like SpongeBob's pointing finger.
Okay. Wait.
It's me.
I kind of made it work. You are now visible, but you're at the very bottom.
Which troll am I? I'm the one with the dog on my lap. That's me with my dog. Her name is
Bunny.
With Bunny. We all love a good bunny here.
Hell yes. She had to be here, of course.
Of course. Hell yeah. This does fuck. This is such a fun little Easter egg.
I mean, so it's like Eddie, Heather, Austin, PN, Hallie, Heather, Donut, Alien. Is it?
Olchu.
Oh shoot, yeah, and then Cody on the roof.
Yeah, Cody's on the roof.
Slooper, then Charlie, Zero,
Ozzy,
me, Banner, and then Kate.
Yep.
Fog. Again, this is just so much fun to look at. It's really
Yeah.
cute.
It's such a good background. I'm trying to remember who did what. I think Olshu did the sketching, Hallie did the line art, and Charlie did the colors. From if memory serves.
Fair. No, that's completely understandable. It looks good. It really does look good.
Good night.
Good night, Iron. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Okay.
Alright.
Anyway,
Now
sorry.
keep going.
Continue.
You're good. You're good. So here you are, on a train, waiting. It might be impossible to stall on a moving train, but if you could, it's hard to deny that you might. You are warned, after all. Recall Mishiri Labetta. Just earlier today, actually. Her look of secondhand exasperation told you all you needed to know.
You're going to visit Sabine Berber.
Yes, that is, in fact, what you just said. Repeated verbatim, for some reason. You look worried. Should I be following suit, in your professional opinion?
I'm sure you have your reasons, whatever they may be, but you'll need something before you go.
Sorry, just replying.
No, you're good. Don't worry.
You keep the conversation going while you watch her root around in her thermal hull. Curious. He was present at the awards ceremony. If anybody would have overheard hushed whispers of illegality, it would be him. His records claim he had powerful control over sound and frequency. You hear her sigh, something that vaguely sounds like, "Boy, does he ever." You ask her what was that. She pulls out a flask instead of answering. A little early for that, isn't it?
It's Mountain Dew, actually. Imagine I've just retrieved it from behind a glass pane. The kind reserved for emergencies. Show your meal sack some mercy and don't use it all straight away. Hello? Is this to give to Sabine?
No, it's a gift to Secily.
Okay. To be fair, Sabine seems like the kind of guy who would just drink copious amounts of Mountain Dew.
You're no stranger to soda. With the number of attacks you've endured, you guzzled enough medicinal syrup to give a Tusk Beast a serious addiction. These things are usually found in their signature packaging, but the smaller container allows for more controlled portions, you guess. Not that it's a common practice to overdose all this stuff in the first place. They are the primary means of hydration on your planet, after all. What the hell else would it be? Water? Fuck no. The actual medicinal uses and strengths of the drink varies by brand and flavor, so you guess dangerous overindulgence might be possible if one is committed enough to the cause. People don't need some sort of fixing up usually just up for Sprite, though. You retrieve the medicinal flask from your coat pocket. Mountain Dew. The universal remedy for headaches. Certainly foreboding, but her crypticity and knowing smile confirm that he's not serious enough a threat to generally raise concern. Now, if it had been Mountain Dew code red, then you'd be a little worried. That stuff is a real potent antidepressant. Which Arctic drinks a lot of.
Oh shit, you're right. Yeah, I was thinking that. Oh.
You notice a few people giving you weird looks. Probably because drinking on public transport is strictly forbidden and frowned upon. The flask goes away again. They're still staring at you.
I love the idea of every single person on the VER team just looking daggers at Secily. Like, the fuck you're doing?
Look, even if it has been alcoholic, you didn't even sip it, you... Hey, you! The passenger behind you abruptly pipes up, and you're struck by the thought that you might have been just figured out why people were working in your direction.
Yeah, you. You know what kind of monorail this is?
And here you were thinking he didn't have an inside voice before. It has this piercing quality to it that's always driving you batshit up the belfry. Your eye catches the sigil he's wearing, and everything suddenly makes sense. You've seen his records before. Would you have it to be Sabine Barar?
Depends. Is this a ValantWynn 223 S3 class monorail system? That's a joke, because there's no way you would have the answer to that, seeing as you're not as smart as I am.
Seeing as how...
Yes, we have to explain that Sabine is doing the Mandark laugh there, and you gotta keep that in mind.
I don't remember the Mandark laugh. Shit. Fuck. Hang on. I think I can just. Can I pull it up quickly enough to like keep the things going here? I don't know.
Yes.
Mandark laugh. Okay. It's been years since I've watched Dexter's Laboratory. Shut up, Bad. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up, Bad.
No more advertisements.
I don't want a full episode, YouTube. Hello? Oh, okay.
There you go.
I got it.
Now you know.
Good.
Now you remember.
Let me try this again. No, hang on. I need to try this again. Okay, okay.
A little better.
A little better.
Okay. Alright.
You're doing great. I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
Thank you, Veri.
you got this. Alright. Seeing as you're now sorely tempted to down the entire pain-killing beverage in your pocket in a single gulp, you think you found your next target. Recall Sabine Barar. The rhythmic, stilted laughter and the pained looks of the other passengers are wearing confirm it. This is your guy. You haven't seen him visor to visor before, but you've heard many a tale about his antics. Most recently, demanding a dance number from Dursel for his drink at dinner. He's infamously known for badgering his fellow employees with IQ tests for the sole purpose of boosting his ego, claiming his own is over 9,000 points.
Good.
And also constructively criticizing, read nitpicking, the way people make their nachos every time the cafeteria hosts some Lunchables and sponsored event or another. People also complain about his reporting of extremely minor violations of corporate conduct to upper management, which you'd usually let slide. Nothing wrong with following the rules, or so you'd always say before. Nowadays, not so much. Regardless, he's mostly just known for being a real know-it-all kid. No threat except to the secure placement of your marbles.
Which are being shattered.
Yep. Get to the point. Well, this is rather convenient. I was just on my way to pay you a visit.
As I predicted! Lol!
There's something familiar about the way he said lol just now. Flat, monotone, but more importantly, predicted.
Why the fuck else would Chief Regulator Secily Iopara be traveling to the home unit compound of Stronghold 21 after a death occurred?
You have so many problems with the string of words he just launched out of his mouth, like some kind of verbal torpedo. First of all, his goddamn language. He's like, what, 6? You really should have a word with his Lucis.
Oh god, is he really a kid?
He is. He's 13.
Ah, okay.
He's 13 years old. He's a teenager. He's a
Okay.
kid. Second of all, the fact that he knows so much about your situation and intent without even telling 2 words about your destination. Can he...
Yes, I can read your mind, Secily. And yes, I am smarter than you.
What? No, that wasn't what I was... What? Well, he definitely just confirmed that he can't read minds in any case. The fact that this kid seems to know so much about the concoction you're chasing doesn't put you at ease, though. First things first, you need to keep your voices low. You can't let anybody hear about this. How do you know about the theft? And be quiet for all mother's sake, this is sensitive information.
I pay attention, Secily. It's all a matter of observation. And hearing other people say things from behind the shadows.
Your powers must come in quite handy for things like this, mustn't they?
What's it to you?
Perhaps he'll end up being a better lead than you thought. It's always the tattletales that you can rely on.
I love the idea that Sabine is a snitch.
Almost makes up for the fact that this can barely be considered whispering. You're about to continue your line of thought when he abruptly jumps from his seat. Oh, it seems like it's the end of the line. You race to your feet and turn, and follow him out. Yves, the man, deems it necessary to immediately start bombarding you with directions, no matter how many times you dismiss the pesky things. One day you get Orko to explain those settings.
Oh, Cecily boomer moments.
Thankfully, Sabine seems to be completely okay with bringing you straight to his home unit compound. No convincing necessary there. The first thing you notice is that he lacks the regular wooden doors that every other home unit has. His residence looks a little more customized and metallic. He swipes a key card into his corresponding lock, and your earlier judgment proves to be an understatement. This place, even in the dark, is Computer Geek City. You suddenly feel slightly claustrophobic.
Welcome, regulator, to my lair.
Oh, hang on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know what it is. You know what it's time for.
Oh, I know what time it is. Oh, let's fucking go.
Instead of the cartoony lightning strike to emphasize his dramatic flair, the lights flick on to the sound of something more like "whoa." Emphasis on the bold and italics.
Oh my god.
This feels like it violates a lot of residential agreement clauses.
Perhaps for the regular average schmuck. But like many aspects and areas of Repetonian civilization, I am an exception. By which I deviously gained access to a permit to renovate my pathetic ex-living station into a glorious work-at-home lair.
Before you can properly formulate the thought that the lair denominator is someone endearing, he clears his throat. The absolute worst type of music starts blaring from his supercomputer's speakers, the way too loud kind.
Oh my fucking god.
This theme is a banger.
I am... Okay. My mic... I'm sorry that my mic is peaking, but it's so funny just to imagine in character Sabine's fucking voice is just... It's just
peaking audio.
Exactly. That sounds about right.
Split music keys.
Split music keys. This is actually a fucking jam.
His voice is just like that.
His voice is just like that. I love that.
We do know the name of the song, right?
It's the copy pasta of Element. I don't know how King Crimson works. In all caps. Like the whole copy pasta.
I've never heard of that copy pasta.
Let me get the frickin'... Let me pull up Split Its Sun's SoundCloud page.
Okay, sounds good. I must say, the hyper vibrating background is very funny.
You want me to say it?
Yeah, Veri, if you want to go...
I admit it, I don't know how King Crimson works. He erases time, but what does that mean? If you erase time, then shouldn't he not be there? What does that mean? What does it mean he erases time?
That's the whole title of the song.
I love that. What is this a reference to?
JoJo.
Oh, okay. Got it. Of course, we got JoJo stans.
I mean, Ostinato is... He's a JoJo liker, so it makes sense.
That's not surprising. Fair enough.
Alright. You're sensing a theme here. Turn that down this instant, young man!
This round is really just Cecily Boomer moments and I'm fucking crying. Oh my god. Hi, welcome. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
What's that? Couldn't hear you over the sound of my genius!
What's absurd is that you have to yell over what you think is a bass drop, while his regular speaking volume is perfectly audible amidst the chaos. His voice is, against all odds, pushing the waves of his diabolical soundtrack aside, like some kind of mythological, oh fuck you, he's turning it up!
Oh, I'm kind of in love, actually.
Your hands are clamped over your ears as tightly as possible. You squeeze your eyes shut, and when you open them back up again, the overlay on your visor is helpfully informing you that you're getting a call. Necron has undoubtedly picked the single worst time to check in. Still, it's probably important. So you make the world's most obvious I'm on the phone gesture to Sabine as you pick up.
First, hang on really quickly. Piranha Plan, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Welcome.
Hey boss, excuse me for dropping you on your like, just figured I'd...
Necron, you're going to have to speak up!
What were you trying to say, Veri?
Why did I subject myself to this lie? It's good, it's fine. Continue.
Despite you very clearly swiping your hand across your neck at your new DJ friend, Sabine fails to care enough to do anything in response. Rubbing his hands together like a supervillain doesn't count.
Okay, Veri, I will give you the opportunity to voice Necron as you believe Necron should be voiced. So, go ahead, tell me, how should Necron sound?
Now you're putting me on the spot, aren't you?
You are here with us, so yeah, maybe just a little bit. If you don't want to, it's fine. That's a-okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, I guess voice Veri. Let's fucking go.
It would help if I'd watched any Evil Dead, wouldn't it? Anyway.
I guess he is an Ash reference, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He's directed by Ash.
I love that.
I mean, I can do an Australian accent if you really want me to.
I genuinely want to hear how you think he should sound.
Okay. Jeez Louise. You investigating an erupting volcano or something, Seth? Don't reckon magma chambers ambush cargo trucks on the regs, but props for being thorough.
No, this is just really loud music. Yeah, it is. Crank that dab shrimp wimp shrimp die-wink dance.
Thanks, Orica.
It's very good.
Oh my
It's tough to hear, but you're... Jesus, everything is going off.
god. Are you
My
good?
alarm just went. My alarm for my nighttime insulin went off just now.
Oh, perfect. It's time. It's time for real life overstimulation ASMR.
Odd. It's tough to hear, but you're pretty sure you heard Orca on the other line just then. Look, can I call you back? I don't think I have much of a shot at turning this music off anytime soon.
I hate to break it to you, Tater Tot, but this is mad relevant. Not only that, but it's absolutely ace, too. Get this, we cracked how to ID Noxious. Gnarly, am I right?
Oh, you see why this call couldn't wait now. This is extremely important shit. If only you could hear without the accompanying soundtrack. Unfortunately, plugging your other ear with your finger doesn't help all that much with the horrid background noise in this room. In as short and clear a statement as possible, please!
Reduplication records. I got his number now, and by that I mean his sigil.
Wow! That's impressive! Wow!
Just a matter of getting access to the database. You can thank me later, Skater. Touch base with me when you can.
Ugh, you really wish circumstances were quieter right now. You're just dying to know how Necron managed to score that kind of information. Or perhaps more accurately, what kind of bait Noxious used to let Necron think he found it. You're plenty aware of his game by now. You hang up with a huff, and look over to the smug little kid still blaring his dubstep. And you make it a point to not look amused.
Please tell me that Sabine dance is about to happen.
You'll see.
Okay.
Before you can let your irritation get the best of you, you both hear thumping coming from the floor. That is likely his downstairs neighbor. You'd wager he's about to form a complaint with the research department, whilst on the edge of being driven to physical violence by this maddening soundscape. Sabine! I think you're being incredibly way too loud! The boys and I are trying to have a conversation here, and this is, quiet, please!
Silence, scrubworm!
Sabine stomps on the floor like he's squishing a parasite in a Skull Titan graveyard, cackling in mirth and rubbing all in as much as he can. 3 stomps, then 5. Just like his laugh, this boy is committed to that quirk of his.
Oh my god.
And then everything goes quiet. Thank the mother, sweet silence. You sigh in relief as Sabine glowers at his floor.
What the? How dare you infiltrate my systems again? You'll never listen, mark my words!
If I may, Sabine, I don't have a lot of time right now. I came to pick your, brilliant mind. I require your talents. All this ringing in your audio cones is reminding you of another high-decibel individual, which in turn reminds you that kissing ass is sometimes the fastest way to cut the crap. Sure enough, his sour mood appears to pick right back up at the sound of praise.
Well, when you phrase it so reasonably, chop, inferior.
Oh,
I
love his vocabulary so much.
So good. He's so over the top. I'm loving him so much.
How cute. He's trying so hard to sell the whole supervillain shtick. You hope it's intentional, anyway. Time to pick his mind about the awards night. The main reason you came to visit the junior designer centers rather heavily on his presence at the corporate's awards ceremony. You have to pick this option sooner or later. So, Sabine, I heard many a tale about the extent of your powers given your recent displays. I doubt they're unfounded. I'm curious on where exactly your limits lie. Don't take that as a threat or a request.
Limit? Don't have them?
I can hear a bit. Wait, why? Where the fuck did his spine voice just go? Hello?
It went away. It went away
did.
just like Necron's Australian accent.
I need a second. Okay.
Limits? Don't have them. I can hear a pin drop from in the black depths, with my hands tied behind my back.
You don't particularly envy the thought of being subjected to a constant stream of auditory overload. You also strongly doubt he could live up to such claims, but you'll focus on seeing if he can help you out. How do you manage it? That drives just about anyone crazy. Is your hearing really that powerful?
My power is incessant at hearing, mouth breather. That'd be dumb and idiotic of me to have. My capabilities are so much more refined than just that. And almost certainly than yours. My brilliant mind has the ability to control ultrasound waves and frequencies through the process known as reverbifying.
Is that even a real word? Your look of confusion must be evident, because he seems to be trying to read your mind again.
Please, you're telling me that you're not up to speed on corporate verbal efficiency policy? Reverberation and amplification, dumbass.
You think you're starting to see Suraj's point via the portmanteau-related time sinks. So you're saying that you're able to listen to particular parts of complex soundscapes, like during, say, the awards night you recently attended? I'm only here to find out about... You think you'll retire the phrase burglary for the night, since he's proven it's more trouble than it's worth. The theft. You should leave unrelated topics at the door.
Really quickly, I want to say, Murtkin, if you gotta go, you gotta go. That's completely fine. The VOD will be here for you, and also, it will eventually end up on YouTube. But, you know, it's got 2 weeks here on Twitch, so, like, if you need to go, head out, and thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Feel free to leave, and you can listen back to the VOD later.
Exactly.
I can indeed. However, usually I drown out the boring and simpleton conversations of ignoramuses around me in large crowds. I did have to keep an ear out for my hot chocolate, though, so I might have overheard something.
You feel like you're onto something, at long last. You don't even register what you're doing when you lean in a little closer in interest. I'm listening.
The band collectively realized that her necklace was missing after the first performance of the night.
Wait, what?
They were flipping their shit over something without practical use. Sentimental value or something? The singer thinks she might faint. Here's my theory for when it was stolen based on the security guard patterns and blind spots in the surveillance systems.
What are you talking about? You know exactly what crime Sabine is referring to, but the next question leaves your mouth in a burst of desperation and denial. What theft do you think I'm here for?
The stolen necklace? What theft are you here for if not for some apparently priceless personal art accessory?
A wave of feeling washes over you. A little feeling you like to call God fucking damn it. You should have known he had no idea about the filter. You have your doubts this kid has seen so much as a playground scrape. First of all, that case has already been closed. The necklace wasn't even stolen, simply misplaced. Trust me, not even worth thinking about. Second of all, what I'm currently investigating is a lot more serious. It's always a tough call, knowing who to tell information to. You shouldn't trust anyone, much less someone's opponent that's spreading the word. Besides, he's just a kid. No need to get into grisly details. People died this time. That's the gist of what you need to know. His eyes are hidden behind his visor, so it's even harder than usual for you to get a good read on him. You wonder if even that was a step too far for his developing mind. Whatever. You need information. What, if anything, did you hear about root data that night? I know for a fact that it was discussed at the event. Spare no detail. The or else is implied.
Well, I heard that someone was worried about the integrity of some route data they had purchased.
Purchase. Elaborate on that.
Some schmuck goes around selling information? I hypothesize she's being doing it for sweeps. Demands a pretty high ring for it too. I remember the words database and real time. Legend came soon after that. This is all I picked up on.
Something tells me I might know who the she is. And that makes me worried.
Should have mentioned a place to buy decent model trains if they wanted my attention.
This is a lot of very interesting information. You especially take note of the pronouns he just used. That's incredibly helpful, which I'll confess is a nice change of pace. Thank you for cooperation.
I think you mean thank you for my vision?
Excuse me?
Monitor play Victory 353.vid for the uninitiated.
You follow his line of sight, only for it to land on a previously deactivated monitor hung on the wall nearby. It flickers to a recording from the night. Past Sabine is past currently being handed a certificate of some kind, by none other than Hamifi Hecrix herself. He is clearly having his signature laugh despite being now currently muted.
Oh my god.
He's so proud.
I need a moment. I need a fucking moment. Oh my god. I'm sorry, but
Very good.
everything about that image is perfect. Literally everything about it. It's so funny. Holy shit.
That night, I received the Junior Creative Vision certificate from Miss Petrix herself. She is perfectly very proud of me, and I refuse to accept any lesser forms of praise.
You initially brush this off as him fanning his own ego, but upon further inspection of the footage he's bragging about, well, you suppose Timothy did always have a soft spot for the little ones. Her mask is one of the most impervious to scrutiny you've ever seen, a fact that you admittedly take a certain amount of pride in. Either she gives you genuine strict scorn, or nothing at all. But caring for your race's young, it gives her a purpose, a legacy. The lady's got one tough mask, but you've seen the way her face softens for yourself. Very rarely, but you know her well enough to know that the subtle affection displayed in the monitor isn't a mask.
That night, Junior Creative Vision Certificate. Tomorrow? The world!
I can't fuck this up again. I can't fuck this up again. I'm listening to Mandark one more time.
Just sample that in. I love him.
God, why does Hamifi scare you, Piranha Plant? I mean...
Piranha, you need to read the freaking comic!
Yeah, I recommend... Please go to deconreconstruction.com and just start reading Past Terror. Thank you, Veri.
Thank you.
It's okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for.
Fair enough.
As for your own legacy, saving that aforementioned world with any luck. Time to pick his mind about occupation. You're a junior designer, I hear, at such a young age to boot. Emphasis on the word junior. Seeing the hints of grub fat on his cheeks makes you feel like the gray hairs on your head are flashing neon white.
Before I continue, I just realized that Mandark's laugh is literally sampled and is a backbeat for the song. That is so fucking funny.
Yeah.
It's so
But
good.
it doesn't mess around.
It does not mess around, no. This track do be fucking slapping.
My occupation is indeed to pump pure innovation into the lifeblood of corporate. But more importantly, it is my mission to guide all of Trollkind to a brighter and more advanced society.
That's what it says on your job description, is it? Tall order.
It's actually what it says on my reduplication certificate, actually. Right under the part where it all but confirms I am the beginning of the next evolution of Trollkind.
Uh-huh. Alright then. This is all a little too much for you, so you just brush right past that last statement. You see enough colts determined to prove themselves fate's shepherd for one lifetime. Especially since you're still worried about the ones you may have confirmed actually exist. But what do you get paid to do exactly? This lab screams genetic experimentation crossed with radio station. You have to forgive me if I fail to see any junior designing happening in here. Unless you're saying you designed all this machinery, but I would think that makes you an engineer, not a designer. Are you on the graphics payroll? His answer is spoken with as much interest as someone being paid to watch paint dry.
I make money designing logos for corporate. This department, products, couple skirt themes. It's a natural aspect of my nightly routine. To put it in layman's terms, it's whatever. Not the most productive asset I could be using my precious time on.
That attitude strikes you as nothing but bizarre, considering the way that this egomaniacal kid has acted so far. You can't imagine him being anything but boastful about all products that bear his initials. You'll put away the thought for now. Instead, you're wondering why he feels so detached from the work that pays his bills. I'm sure that there are better outlooks to take on your career than self-deprecation. Surely you would be paid for it if your work was subpar. Stop laughing. What's so funny?
Is this also supposed to be laughed in a Mandark laugh? Because I don't...
Yes.
Yes, it is.
What do you do? Okay. Okay.
Stop laughing. What's so funny? In one swift kick to the gut, you're suddenly reminded of the scent of freshly grown hot dogs, or rather, you recall the scent. Eyes on you, unabashedly soaking in your radiant waves of misfortune. Sabine seizes his snickering and thankfully misses the warm flush of shame that courses through you.
You think people don't pay for shitty graphics, huh? How did I even Veri so foolish of you? Thankfully, I know better than to overestimate the taste of our wolf-beast-minded population.
He really did just call everyone sheeple. Jesus Christ.
Sheeple?
Observe! Monitor play portfolio._322.vid for the noob.
The noob! The monitor on the wall switches from its earlier program to a slideshow of vibrant logos. Perhaps too vibrant. Man, dark colors really aren't his style. That is to say, you're trying to find a polite way to inform him that these couldn't possibly be worth a position on the corporate payroll. Your eyes are starting to hurt. I think my favorite of all of those is spotty Wi-Fi.
Spotty Wi-Fi is very good, but I am always a massive fan of steamed hams.
Leg.
Sickelodian.
Master part.
Oh, actually,
Seedling.
Turnitin. Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting.
Taco Hell.
Taco Baco.
This is, how do I put this? Are you sure your monitor is functioning correctly? Absolutely sure? Given a second more thought, you would have likely come to the conclusion that this is the reason you don't endeavor to talk to children on the regular.
Are you implying that I'm incapable of meeting my own standards, Secily? This is literally what I get paid for. The population simply eats it up.
You are so lost right now. Granted, you've been feeling lost for a while, but this takes the pastry fortress for most significant emotional dissonance for of the week.
It's supposed to look god-awful, regulator. It's all part of my incredibly devious scheme. I make the visual garbage and people pay for it, right? This ought to make me the superior to failing artists who try their best and never make it. The little thing called being unstoppable? I'm sure you can understand.
Is that the reason your audio work renders my ThinkPen completely incapable of higher functionality? If I hear one more wub sound, I swear my skull is going to split open in protest. Do you ever actually try your genuine best, ever? Uh-oh. He's scowling at you now. This is the part where you realize you can't talk to kids. Well, not kids like this one, at least.
Yes! My music is also terrible on purpose. I make a living through the absolute worst practices. It takes a very high IQ to understand my art, an inherent quality expected from someone so renowned. Try to keep up, Secily. Next question.
You're not sure if he's hurt because you called his music terrible or because you didn't realize that was the entire point. You're done shoving your foot in your mouth, though. Moving on.
If there is a silver gunna in the Repeton universe, it would be Sabine. It would be. It
definitely would be. God. Also, yes, that's probably like the most blatant contrast to Voltel's route, where it's like Voltel trying so hard, but not feeling like he's getting anywhere. But Sabine is just like, I'm gonna make the most garbage shit ever, and I am very successful.
Very fascinating, actually. I didn't even think about that dichotomy until you brought it up.
Yeah, it's very good.
Fair enough.
Time to pick his mind about Explore Lab. Lab. It astounds you that this is his residence. You're still in a residential building, and yet it seems like he's trying to compete with Osius for the academic excellence of the Sweep Award. You spare a moment to hope that he's doing okay, and wonder if his main spirit has been told about what happened during your investigation. You also hope that Elsie Rains knows that her main spirit almost died in order to protect her, that he succeeded where you...
Observing my workstation, are we? jealous?
His voice cuts through the air like a ribbon. You should not dwell on his thoughts, lest you discover that he somehow really can read your mind. But of course, I can't say that I know many people who live in a place quite so well-equipped. You're certainly unique.
I should have gathered sooner that you'd be aching. Even to explore my laboratory.
You've now learned that he also has the power to make his voice literally echo on top of everything else he's displayed.
God, I wish I knew about this bit because I would have set up voice mod for that.
Oh, yeah. It does a surprisingly good job at throwing off your sense of direction, actually. It's disorienting that to hear his voice completely surround you when he's only 6 feet in front of you. You power through it regardless.
Excellent. Feast your eyes upon the incredibly rare genius fowl's natural habitat.
He presses 2 fingers to his forehead and looks as if he's entering a state of heightened concentration. You hear a light whirring. Before you realize it's coming from behind you, something collides with the back of your calves and knocks you off your feet. You curse louder than you like as your posterior hits the cushion underneath it, and quickly gather that you are now seated on some kind of mobile chair. A second one approaches Barar from behind, but he is ready for it. You're assuming that's why he's leaning backwards and remains unfazed by the sudden seating arrangement. Call it a hunch. All-Mother, warn me, perhaps? You are merely treated to rhythmic cackling as both of you are steered closer to the giant computer in the middle of the lab. Easily within walking distance, mind you. That's the most insulting part. It'll have taken 5 seconds to get over here. You have a feeling that he just wanted you to fall on your ass.
Welcome to the one and only stop on our tour, because this is all you need to wrap your feeble mind around.
A Deason.
A Deason!
A Deason? Almost as an answer to your question, the 6-monitored technological behemoth in front of you roars to life. With the size of this thing, it looks like it might actually belong in the Tom Cruise Memorial Theater too. It dominates your peripheral vision when you're standing this close to it. You can only guess at the complexities of whatever intricate systems race into overdrive with this one single word. The rising pitch of what you imagine is 1 million tiny robot calculators smashing against each other reminds you that you have no idea how computers work. The thought unnerves you.
I'm not going to lie. Veri, when you wrote Eddie doesn't bless, I read that it eats and these nuts, and I was about to lose my fucking mind because I can't believe we've been having we've had a whole. For those of you who have not seen this week's streams, we had a whole fucking thing about D's nuts, and it fucking makes me lose my goddamn mind.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, this is on you. It's not my fault.
No, it's not. It's mine. I D's nuts myself. God.
Log in.
One would normally expect a text input window if one were to say log in. Maybe a key card or a fingerprint scanner if you're feeling fancy, or just a regular key if you're paranoid about technology. When his keyboard flips up to reveal a long, thin camera, you wonder if he has some kind of eye scanning system in place before noting how he is definitely not taking his dark visor off. Does it scan his sigil or something? There are only so many password input possibilities. Okay, Austin, get ready. As it turns out, the answer is none of the above. Instead, Sabine breaks out some kind of juvenile jig, and you notice a corresponding digital skeleton that mirrors his movements on screen.
We got a #1 victory royale at Fortnite. Got to get down, get down.
This is how one gains access to your computer. This seems wildly insecure. At least he has a password system. But all it would take is a little choreography before you're in. He finishes his jiving by crossing his arms proudly, and the screen switched to his desktop.
I'm fucking losing my entire mind right now.
I'm gonna guess that Sabine is going to be at the very top of S tier for you once this is done.
Oh, you will fucking find out, actually. Holy fucking shit.
It's a chaotic mess, to say the least. OCSS was clean, minimalistic. This looks more like those conspirational leaked x-rays of turning Kai Guy's digestive system than a proper workstation.
I'm ending the stream. I'm sorry, I'm ending the stream. I can't deal with this. I'm fuck. God.
You have to see it through to the end.
God,
you have to see it through
God,
to the
no,
end.
You gotta-
no, change the world. My final message. Goodbye. Fuck you all.
No!
I'm
Dog, why would you do this?
I'm going back. Oh my fucking god. I hate everything.
This is the second time you've fallen for Doug.
This is the third time this week! Christ. Continue. Oh no, it's my turn. Sorry.
If it's so insecure, I'd like to observe your uncultured glutes break into my system. I bet you don't even know the name of that dance, old bag.
I am most certainly cultured.
Yes.
That's not even a lie, not by any stretch. It's hard not to pick up on the wide array of subjects when you've seen as many far-flung corners of the world as you have. That being said, you haven't the faintest idea of what he was doing. If only Orca were here. She knows the ins and outs of informal culture practices like the back of her wrench. But you can't admit defeat. Not now. Your pride won't allow it. You've read some headlines. You've got this one in the bag. Of course I know the name. Who wouldn't be familiar with...
Yes! Yes! I'm so fucking glad you can... Oh my god. Wait. Oh, it might be too much. I almost want to see if we should do a poll to see which one we choose. Oh my god. It would be fun.
It would be fun.
But it's a lot. But that's a lot to do right now. So
Yeah.
Veri, you're
Pick one.
Veri, you're our guest. Why don't you choose which one you would like to see?
The only one that I know how to do is fang brushing, so we'll go that.
Okay. Fang brushing.
The fang brushing dance?
What? No. There aren't even words for how wrong that is. That nonsense isn't even quantifiable. Fang brushing is lame anyways. That's the easiest dance to pull off, and it's definitely not password worthy. That's a one-way trip to being hacked, pro tip. Man, for a grown-up, sure are dumb. Whatever, I didn't bring you to prove your inferiority. I brought you here to prove my superiority!
Sabine starts typing something into his computer, and you couldn't interpret it for the life of you. It's all unknown acronyms and shorthands flashing by at blazing speeds. Sabine is tasked.
Good, actually.
And on Repeton, Taz is not a program. It's actually one person, and it's Sabine.
I love that. I love the idea of that. That's very funny.
That's not me, like, saying a fact, though. That's just me memeing. Don't quote me on this.
No, fair.
You stop paying attention to his antics in favor of observing the lab around you instead. You doubt he'll give you a tour after this. It's surprisingly roomy here, despite the giant mutant computer smack dab in the middle of it all.
That is jaywalking. That is jaywalking for Veri.
Yes.
I know Fortnite things.
You did it! Congratulations!
Thank you.
Yeah. You'd wager that's because this is the only room he has. There are no other doors or halls beyond the entrance. His Rukubakun is right in the corner. Wait, is that his load gaper? Discrete seams on the floor surround the designated sanitization block area, indicating where the walls should be. Are they tucked inside the floor somehow? Before you can ask why, his sanitization block wall seems to be directly colliding with the living space of his downstairs neighbor. You hear the muffled sound of hot, oh we got it, ha, yeah we got it. You turn to Sabine for an explanation, and all he has for you is a grin.
You fool. You jumped right into my trap. I brought you over here to suddenly regain access to my computer for revenge against Crichton. Now he has to listen to the hot chocolate saga loop on his computer for the next 6 hours.
I truly do wonder why you're even allowed in a communal home tower. Realistically, it's because of his status. Most residents of Stronghold 21 who are quote-unquote ordinary live in apartments like these. Members of the higher shades of the spectrum are given certain financial bonuses for the sheer act of existing due to their scarcity. It's especially rare to see them here.
Actually, there's a very simple explanation why my genius is trapped in the drab confines of a compact civilization. To test my skills. To observe my capabilities in a layman environment. Can I thrive even with the primitive tools given to me? The answer is yes.
If it's any comfort, my apartment isn't that extravagant either. I'd wager this is actually more furnished than my place. Oh, is it ever, Secily? I can appreciate the dedication to your job, even if this is frankly a little over the top.
Well, if your place is sparser than this, I guess I'm already better than you.
You wouldn't quite put it like that exactly. Charitably, decide not to argue the point. You don't even dare to imagine what he would sound like if he was wailing. As much diabolical credit as it might give him, you really doubt you have any reason to be suspicious. You've got all the details you need from him, too. Your work here is done. You might have more business messing around with this loud yet oddly endearing kid. You're in the middle of mentally going over the notes you recite to Yves as soon as you leave. When out of the corner of your eye, you catch something that makes your blood run cold. On his bottom left monitor, there's a flashing window begging for attention. Begging for your attention. A Scorp user is messaging your little genius, and worryingly, not for the first time. Obnoxious antidote.
What?
It's not hard to skim the chat log even from a distance. The combined screen span of his operating system is massive. The seething rage strikes you like a bolt of lightning to the gut as you take in the words on display. Sabine? You keep your voice as calm as possible, trying to find some delicate way to break the ice. He hasn't noticed your alarm just yet. There has been an outbreak of concerning anonymous messages lately. Someone or someones reaching out and talking about troublesome things. I've been contacted by any strangers recently. Online, to be more specific. You're not sure if those quirked eyebrows are in concern or confusion, but when he notices you looking over his shoulder, he quickly runs over and closes the chat window. Alarm bells start ringing inside your head. Mr. Know-It-All still isn't answering your question. You need to press harder. Sabine? Who is obnoxious antidote? You can see his stomach sinking due to your specificity. He seems bothered, but is wiped clean from his face not 2 seconds later.
Just some nobody desperately trying to leech off my brains. Colorblind, too. Doesn't know a shade of gold text when he sees one. LOL.
What makes you say that exactly?
The more I thought I was bronze blood, which is actually the dumpiest thing I've ever heard.
Dumpidest, dumbest, and stupidest?
Precisely. It's that. He is that. I mean, I'm not even... My temperature isn't...
You both fall into silence for a few seconds. The only sound making it into your ringing ears is a new soundtrack Krytum is apparently having to listen to downstairs.
Poor fucking Krytum. Oh my god.
Yeah. Them being neighbors is just so good.
Mm-hmm.
You really wish you knew how to make him feel better. You really do. No matter how much he pushes your buttons, he's just a kid, trying his damnedest to act like he's okay. After the church, though, you're twice as cautious about shoving your foot far enough down your throat to step in your own digestive system, which unfortunately might be making things worse.
Whatever. He's only proving my point, therefore proving me the real victor. His cleansing the world shtick doesn't hold a candle to mine. Talk about overkill. Do you know what kind of potent soul sap runs through these veins?
You look like a regular gold blood to me. I honestly don't see where the notion of bronze could possibly come from. There's a very small lie to that. if you squint, you can kind of sort of half tell what he's talking about. Something about his hue is just a little off.
Actually, I'm a mutant gold blood.
Again? He gives you a look of exasperation, as if he's told you this fact 100 times already.
You won't understand if I tell you scientifically, but oh well, try to keep up.
Okay, that one definitely sounded condescending. But if you kept counting the number of times Sabine has almost offended you tonight, you would simply be wasting time. You accept that this is just who he is. At least now he's trying to give you a reason for it.
My blood shade falls within the color temperature range of a bronze blood. Despite this, I'm officially documented as a gold blood.
You open your mouth to ask him a question or two, but by the time the words come to your lips, he's cutting you off.
Before you ask, the chemistry of my blood is identical to other golds and undergoes the same reactions. I am not a miscategorized bronze. Gold blood entering the think pen releases a chemical known as austenine. Oh yeah, hey! Fuck, let's go.
Yeah. Austenine.
Austenine. Did you know austenine is one of the most reactive hematological compounds? The key factor in the development of survivabilities for us. The mutation is evident that I'm the first in line of a brand new genetic evolution of trollkind. As such, I have dubbed myself Insectonovius.
At this point, you're tired of being in this echo chamber of a superiority complex. Questioning him any further is probably only going to drag your stay out longer. And if you can read him right, this seems to be his coping mechanism for dealing with his mutation. You don't exactly know about blood to dispute him, anyway. Sure, interesting stuff. As known in the past, you're not a very good actor, and he sees right through your blatant lack of exploded think pan. You guessed it would be as such, but it was worth a shot.
Let's improve it!
This is very heavily derailing the conversation. I really should be... Oh, what the hell. Fine. Show me what you got.
She's just given up.
When you feel the mobile chair from before crash back into you, you can't help but curse under your breath. You're not taking kindly to being thrown around like a rag doll. Your seat slides itself into place directly beside his computer, fastening with a click. What happens next is the sudden restriction of your wrists, and a complete loss of vision as something hollow descends to cover your head. What are you doing? I don't know what this proves exactly. Other than showcasing a disturbing level of ease of kidnapping people, charming my wrist doesn't make me trust you here.
Oh, relax. You're not any form of danger. Except maybe to your ego. Everyone always tries to take the scanner off at first, so I figure I just save some trouble by stopping you. All I'm doing is scanning the rapidity and clarity of your brain patterns. I'll then reveal to you a comparison to my own brain patterns. And then I'll show you the whole world with my genius. No one will question my brilliance. I will lead the revolution in invention. Not freedom. That's a weird deformed sea dweller. Me.
My throat is dying.
I am so sorry.
It's okay, I'm doing this to myself.
As much as you would feel threatened by literally any other individual, you're pretty sure you heard his voice crack just now. I mean, he is like 13 years old. He probably hasn't. His voice hasn't dropped yet.
No.
God damn it, you don't hurt kids. Well, not when you're your age, anyhow. You've given a few fellow youths a bruise or two. It was well deserved, though.
Hello?
When she was a kid.
Oh, okay.
Everything you do for her. Recall first scrap. You're 4 sleeps old, you know Lena. Back when your love for her was a mere fledgling crush. You spent the day prior scavenging for flowers with Ulysses. Ulysses insisted it was the single best way to get someone's attention. You had no idea how to talk to girls. Make that literally anyone. So you trusted Ulysses, who in retrospect was probably just after nectar. Hummingbird moths can't get enough of flowers. The next night rolled around, and you were preparing to say your first ever words to her, if anything at all. You weren't particularly chatty back then. What you ended up finding was a need to take cover and observe the storm brewing around Alina. 3 kids, to be specific. You could hear words like pushover and doormat. You should have intervened right then. That was the first burning red flag. But you were scared. More so of getting her into trouble than taking 3 bullies on at once. Some people bear powerful grudges. And then the kid in the center grew tired of waiting for a coherent response from the trembling girl and shoved her to the ground. That snot-nubbed motherfucker. You panicked. Your floor gift fell to the ground and you scrambled for a makeshift weapon. Anything would do. You ended up going with your fists. It was 3 versus 1. Even back when you knew it was a stupid plan, it was worth it to see your target on the ground, curling up, clutching his cheek. Your victory was short-lived, though. One of his cohorts suddenly had you in a full Nelson, leaving you wide open for a third to attack. His fist met your face and left you disoriented, and with what you later learned was merely a broken nose. He should have punched harder. You bluntly traded blow for blow by giving him a kick to the torso, using the same sneaker to stomp hard on the foot of the bully holding you in place. It gave you the wiggle room needed to retrieve your limbs back. While he was howling profanity kids his age shouldn't know, he received your elbow in his chest. By then, all 3 of them were scrambling off, clearly deciding it wasn't worth dealing with your early grasps on martial arts. It didn't matter to you anymore. Your attention latched onto the quiet sniffling from Alina, like you'd die if you miss it. And still, you had no idea what to say. You just took a beating for her and you couldn't even muster up the ability to say 2 lousy words to her. You offered her a hand up to your feet and inspected her for any damage despite your own bleeding nose. She broke the silence by sheepishly offering you a can of Mountain Dew from her satchel. "That looked like it really hurt," she said. "We should get that checked out." "You're sorry, Alina." It's all you could blurt out. You should have been there sooner. It erupts from you like you've been choking the words down for decagrades. "Sorry, Alina. You could have said anything else. Done anything else. You kicked yourself every day, painfully aware of it. You're sorry."
Before I say this, I want to say, damn, I can't believe Secily fought Zagreus Hades. God damn. I'm sorry, but that middle troll literally looks like Zagreus.
Kinda did. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just a little.
Just a little. Anyways, that was emotional as fuck, and my heart.
Yeah.
Yes.
My fucking heart.
Who the hell's Alina?
Shit. Everything freezes when his invasive question snaps your recall in half like a brittle stick. You hadn't realized you'd been freed of the strange helmet he put on you. How much recall was he suddenly privy to? Fuck, what were you thinking, exposing a vulnerability when he's scanning your brain? Maybe he's right and you are just an idiot. You still certainly feel like one. I don't think...
You know what? I don't care anymore. That sounds very unnecessarily feelingsy. I don't really deal in feelings, especially not yours. You are mumbling to yourself for some reason? It beats me, but I can do you pretty easily. Didn't know you had the capacity to be so sad over something so trivial.
Oh, Jesus, if he wasn't a kid, I would also have, like, probably punched him immediately there. That's kind of fucked.
To be fair, he doesn't know. He does not know
He
at
doesn't know, but it's very rude, even for a kid.
Yeah. Your face is overcome with that burning hot wash of regret. Not because of him, but because of yourself. You know damn well you're going to really give it to yourself later for the unforgivable act of fucking something up. Letting it slip from your lips or failing to protect Alina all those sweeps ago, you'll decide later. For now, you'll focus on what seems to be surprising Sabine so thoroughly on his screen. because he falls dead silent. Sabine? You look surprised. I think this is the longest silent streak I've heard from you tonight.
No. Holy shit, there's no way.
He isn't even paying attention to you until you stand up to observe the results of his experiment. You see a very bright silhouette of your think pan, and a bunch of tiny numbers that don't mean anything to you. I fail to understand the significance of this image. It's all just one color. Is that in any way significant?
That's the reason it's so significant. The entirety of your recollective process are off the charts! No, this isn't... I can also insect Donnovan. That was the one. I was supposed to be the leader of the new revolution!
He does realize you're still perfectly capable of healing him, right? This is quite a step up from a stage whisper. It most certainly is not your responsibility to look after the ego of this kid, but there's also something to be said about cleaning up misconceptions. Yeah, that's your excuse. I assure you I'm not in a hurry to overthrow you or anyone. What you're seeing is simply my own little mutation. Repeton is full of them. If anything, we encourage those who have mutations to utilize them, if possible. Unfortunately, perfect recall hasn't won me every match of wits the world has challenged me with. Sometimes adults aren't as perfect as they seem to kids like... people like you. Your last misspeak didn't seem to tide him over as properly as he'd like, but he's at least talking to you rather than at you again.
Elaborate.
On adults or my ability.
You're claiming that perfect recall, or the technical term, preservatus neurostorage, has the potential to not be 100% useful. How could that be?
You take a deep breath and try to work out what to say to him. You take a look around the workaholic dreamscape he lives in and conclude that he thinks that raw data can solve everything. That the world could be fixed if one last ingenious algebraic equation was unearthed from the polluted crust of the planet. If every cog was swimming perfectly in sync, there wouldn't be a problem, so where's the broken clockwork? He hasn't learned anything yet that supposedly perfect systems can and do still break. I was there at the awards night too, the one I'm asking you about. I heard a tiny snippet of that conversation you fleshed out for me, but lost focus, and that evidence almost vanished entirely. Every time I try to recall that conversation, I simply loop the same error over and over again.
That can be easily resolved.
What?
Yeah, all you have to do is recall that night in my scanner, and I can peel back the conversation layers that you overheard.
That's the problem. I couldn't catch the conversation that night. It doesn't matter what you take from my memories. As much as I love a chance to travel back and hear it all, I don't think even the most powerful of the age-old time alchemists could send us there.
Were you in earshot? Could you have heard them if you were concentrating hard enough?
I could have. I don't see what difference the hypothetical makes beyond Commissioner Hindsight rubbing it in my face.
It means you did hear it, dumbass. It's a little thing called sub-radar frequencies.
You fall quiet, because it sounds like maybe, just maybe, he has a way for you to make up for your lost time after all.
Think of it this way. You've been listening to the song coming from downstairs all this time, correct?
I've been tuning it out, actually. You really should let it up on your poor neighbor.
Let's stick to the top library later. That's his punishment. We'll work it out. He'll work it out. Anyways, the sound it makes to your ears, and therefore your mind. You forget you hear it because your subconscious mind masks it, but the data is still stored. Am I making sense, or should I go a little stupider? It's a simple matter to comprehend when you can observe the waves like I'm able to, but do your best to try to keep up. Did you know that the pedocular synthesia affects 0.002 of the population?
Mutation trivia aside, you listen more intently to the torturous score below. It does make sense. You think you can see where this is going. So, when you talk about peeling back the layers, you're saying I overheard every conversation at once? And that the data from a single conversation can be extracted?
It'll take a while for me to decompile anything intelligible, but yes. I'll send you the files when I retrieve legible words. All in it to work for the man with the biggest gray matter platter ever.
Say it with him, everyone. Ah ha ha! Ah ha ha ha! Ah ha! Sabine, you genius. You felt sickening at first, but you really turned around. You, Secily, gave him a curt nod. Thank you, Sabine. Your assistance is greatly appreciated. Vital, even.
Silence! Stop saying the obvious and get back in the pod! I'm about to get a little memorial up in here.
You sit down once more to recall the awards night. Hopefully this is the last time you'll have to revisit past mistakes.
Okay. I didn't think it would end right here, but you know what? Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. Sabine he's so good, and he's so important.
Girl, she's right there.
It's your fan troll,
I did-
Veri.
Child.
I did see her for a brief second. She was there on screen.
Mm-hmm. God.
Oh my god. So much. There's so much.
So much.
Jesus.
I'm sad that Alien could not make it for Sabine's route because of work, but he did a fantastic job writing for it.
Yes, he
Absolutely.
did. No, it's really, really good. God, truly what a personality, huh?
Hmm.
I do. Oh my god, the file of Sabine with the fucking earphones. Oh, that's very good.
Yeah. Also, the playtest, when we were playtesting this volume before we officially released it, some fun fact trivia.
Sure.
The Sabine dance sprites were not finished yet when we were playtesting, I think, the first 2 times.
Yeah.
And so Kohi decided to make a placeholder, which is of the terrifying 3D model of Sans doing the Fortnite dance.
Holy shit! Is that still compiled in the game?
I think it's still in the files.
Oh, that's so funny.
We might have removed it more recently, but it was certainly there for a while, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. Okay, that's still very funny, though. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's... And also for the end card, that wasn't... well, we did have the end cards implemented, but, like, for, like, the placeholder of that, Koei also put in, like, a freaking Sans the Fortnite dance jump scare for it.
I'm sorry, what do you mean, Sans jump scare?
I
think it, like, starts and then it rushes towards you.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah.
Hang on, I need to freaking find it. Like, I'm sure
It's
there's a
on
freaking
Twitter.
video
I'm pretty sure it's on
somewhere.
Twitter, yeah.
It's somewhere on Twitter.
Everything's somewhere on Twitter, actually. Okay, okay, I gotta see this really quickly. Is this... oh, no, that's... Uh-oh. That's way too big. Shrink. Shrink, please. Please.
Become tiny.
Become tiny. I cast Beam of Shrink your tier list.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
This is me working behind the scenes to get this fucking tier list even viewable. Okay.
Hang on, I found it. Okay, I found the image for you, Austin.
Jesus, okay.
This is of the end card.
Where are you?
When we were playtesting it, family voice chat.
Can I put this up on screen?
Yes, you can.
Holy shit. Oh my god. No, I have to, I have too many unknowns. Hang on.
Oh no. Take your time.
Oh my god. Look. We have to be seeing this, okay? We
got to.
we have to be seeing this. You thought this would be a real end card. You just got sand.
Thank you, Kohi, for this wonderful end card placeholder.
Thank you, Cody. Holy fucking shit. Oh, losing my goddamn mind. Okay, alright.
Yeah.
Alright then. It's time.
We have fun.
We there is some fun had. There is some fun had.
We had a lot of fun.
I'm
I
sure.
assume we talked about the one from the Gerbat route, right?
Yeah, I have not actually. I did not bring it
No,
up.
I don't.
You
I
did
don't.
not bring up.
I don't remember that being talked about.
Yeah, we didn't talk about it, mostly because Gervat's route is a lot emotionally.
It is
Yeah,
a lot.
I
It
think.
is a
Yeah,
lot.
we could
It's
talk.
true.
We could talk about it now if you want.
Well, the fake end card was just Gerbat holding out and saying Kira's.
Holding out the hot dog and saying Kiris, and it was like
Oh!
actually a video.
Oh!
Like when he switches to the sprite of him holding a hot dog, there's like a snap sound effect. And then he says Kiris.
Yes,
It's incredible.
I love the Kira's meme. Holy shit. Oh,
It's so good.
that
I
is-
glad you brought that up, Veri, because that completely like bypassed my mind.
Yeah.
yes, thank
Yeah,
you.
it's on Twitter somewhere if you go check out. I'm pretty sure it's on either Syndication or Decon Recon.
Fair, very fair. Okay, alright, tier list time. Oh,
Tier list.
man, where do I actually put... Wow, where do I actually put Valtal? I don't know. We didn't really get a lot of Valtal.
That's fair.
I guess I'm gonna...
We also only got like Secily perspective too, which is frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I want to put Valtal at the very tail end of great, because no, I'm gonna put him above Diz. I think he's interesting, and I definitely like his interaction with Secily,
Yeah.
but he just we don't have a lot about him yet, you know.
Yeah.
And
So that doesn't mean that he's unimportant because of his like definitely his cult background
Mhm.
and such. And
no,
there's definitely going to be more to him later on.
oh sure. I mean, still in the present moment, there's a warehouse full of suspects that we haven't
Mhm.
dealt with yet.
Yeah.
But for right now, he's just there. However,
Mm-hmm.
sweet sunchild. Okay. He is now number 5 on the tier list.
Oh my God.
He goes above Yeshin, but he's not above Necron. Necron is
Yeah.
still there in my heart because
Mhm.
he's literally my type. But
Mhm.
like, oh my fucking god. He is so just... He's
He is-
him. He is really Sabine, huh?
He is just pure delight all the way through.
Absolutely, genuinely, what a fucking treasure. And I'm
Mhm.
assuming this is definitely not the last time we see him, because now that we know that Krytum is his neighbor, there is no way in hell he ain't coming back.
Yeah, and also he's definitely gonna be appearing again in the next volume, which is what his route was leading up to.
Yes. That's why I was caught off guard, because I honestly thought that like they'd come back to Noxious just a bit, but I guess this is definitely something. This is going in very interesting directions right now.
Yeah, like, Noxious was definitely brought up, and, you know, his interaction with Sabine is important, because it definitely, like... Sabine has, like, a lot of layers to him. He's not just, like, a kid who's, like, pretending to be a supervillain. He has a lot of insecurities to him, and he
Oh yeah,
copes with it
yeah.
by...
It's coping.
Yeah, he copes with it by, like, you know, posting himself as, like, much more superior than anyone else.
He copes, but he tells everyone else to maul than Steve.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And also, like, just the autistic coding is off the charts with him.
He is intensely autistic, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, like, especially with, like, the fact, like, oh, I'm actually a part of this, like, secret alien species. Like, that's such an autistic kid thing to do.
Absolutely. No, very genuinely. And it just feels good. It feels good.
Faster's just autism. Faster's autism representation is just, there's so much of it, there's so much variety, and I love it.
Mm-hmm. It's good. It's good. It's good all around. Oh boy. Oh boy.
God, Volume 8. Volume 8 is good, and I'm especially excited for the next volume. Because, oh god.
I'm very curious how
It only just keeps going from here.
that's
It really
Yeah.
just keeps going from here.
that's fair.
Yeah. Everything just goes. Everything happens so much.
Everything happened so much in Vast Error, actually.
Oh yeah, Bart.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Bart.
yeah, the Bard. Don't worry, the Bard monstrosity is also not ready for the Bard monstrosity.
Oh god. Oh god.
I like him. I think you'll enjoy him, actually, Austin.
I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will. But also, I am not ready to stare at a Bart head for likely an hour and a half.
I mean, it's not like
You'll see.
there for too long. It's not there for too long.
That's fair. That's fair. But I don't know. It's just something about those.
That's the point of the mask.
That's what the point of the mask is. Oh, that's the wrong one. Yeah, that's what the point of the mask is.
Oh god. I am sorry to ruin everyone's night by singing that.
It's fine. I mean, we did already call you the man behind the slaughter, so like we already are kind of here.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Oh my fucking god. Yeah, no, that's not actually someone with a Bart head. Although
No, it's just a suit.
let me wait, didn't it was very early on when we looked it up. I'm very curious to see if the $300 Bart suit is still up.
Oh my god. God, that's been a hot minute.
It has
since
been
that was brought up.
It has been a hot minute, but like that's that's exactly how it feels. Jesus Christ. You don't recognize who's on the...
Now?
Yeah, Sinair.
Snare. Her route is very good. I love her so much.
She does seem very interesting. Oh, wait. Oh, no, wait, no. Sabine is Alien's character, yes?
No, Sabine is
No.
Austin's character.
Oh, it's Austin's character. Okay. Got it.
Yeah, Alien and Austin both co-wrote Sabine's route.
Yeah,
Got
if
it.
you stick Austin and Alien's heads together, you really do get Sabine.
That sounds about... I have not interacted with Alien as much as I would like to, but that does sound about right.
Yes, that's my voice. That's my boy, River.
They're
That-
both your boys. They're both your pals.
The birthday pals, Jesus.
He's just a little guy.
just a funny little guy. Good. All right.
God.
Thank you all so much for joining me tonight. Thank you for joining us tonight. Shout out to Veri, who joined us very spontaneously,
That's
but
me.
it was great to have you.
Yeah.
That's me.
Veri, how can
Oh.
people find you?
Hey, look, I'm on. I did VeritasUnae pretty much everywhere. If you
Hello.
stream sometimes, it's fun.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Where are you? There you are. I found you. There. You're in the credits. You're right there.
Wait. Oh wait, you found me. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you're right there.
I do. Yeah, I programmed for that route somewhere.
Pog.
I think I did the early stuff for Sabine's route before
Yeah.
Koei
Yeah, I
came in
remember
and
that.
made it nice and squeaky polished.
Fair. Very fair. Did a good job.
Yeah. And I'm, of course, always glad for tuning in for more Snowbound blood stuff.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Okay. All right. With that said, once again, thank you all for joining us. I'll be back next week. Next week's streams are gonna be maybe a little skewed because Monday is my birthday, and I don't think I'm going to be streaming then. I think we'll still do like some sort of like fun little birthday stream, but I don't necessarily want to do it on my actual birthday. But
Yeah.
definitely still 3 streams next week, and
Mm-hmm.
just if you you'll find out.
Happy
You'll find out.
birthday.
Happy
Oh gosh, no, we're not doing this. Good. Thank
Seriously though, happy early birthday though, Austin. I
Thank you.
appreciate you so fucking much, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it
Yeah.
both. I love you, Don, and I love you too,
Mhm.
Veri. Oh god. All right. With that said, any final words from both of you?
Muglery.
Perfect.
Baba
That's my
Booey.
final word.
Oh, good. Baba Booey. Baba Booey, baby. What a way to end the stream. All right. Take care. Good night. Bye-bye.